Good afternoon and welcome to Allan Border Field for the T20 Katherine Raymont Shield final between the Western Suburbs Bulldogs and the Gold Coast Dolphins. Two big wins to both sides in the semi-finals yesterday. They've had to front up here this afternoon to set their sights on the title for 2021. Carol Weichel and Michael Wright join myself, John Devine, in the live stream here. This is live to you on the My Cricket website and also with Queensland Cricket. Gold Coast have won the toss and decided to bowl first. Michael Wright, big scores by Grace Harris and also by Beth Mooney yesterday. If they can get, is this an interesting call to send Grace in first?
I think it's a brave call. I think Gold Coast chased yesterday against Valley, so they'll back themselves to chase it down again today. And their men earlier today chased down Toombul's score. Keep chasing.
Carol Weichel, you were here yesterday on the call with the great man, Billy Dean, and you too, Michael, sorry. What do you make of that decision to bowl first?
Yeah, I think, as Michael said, brave, but also I think Gold Coast just like to know what they're doing. So they like to chase and then they can just go at their own pace, which they did yesterday and just did it easy there in that win over Valley. Valleys didn't post enough, so they knew what to do. And also, if they knock over Harris, they pretty early, then they have a good start. So
see what happens. You want to go through the Western Suburbs side, Michael, there?
Yes, got it in front of me. No particular order, but Captain Annie Wickman, who also had a big innings yesterday, whilst a lot of people talk about Grace Harris' knock, Wickman was at the other end and part of their 200-plus run opening partnership, which was a great effort from the skipper. Grace Harris, who we all know, has been in a superb touch. Courtney Sipple, Holly Furling, Megan Dixon, Layla Proctor as the keeper, Nia Veradell, Isabel Hartog, Ashley Sims, Olivia Steele, Tammy Cole, and then rounding them out, they've got Olivia Hartland and Erin Moran.
And they're coached by Ben Maddox and Steve Magavan, and their team manager is
George Seaward.
I'm trying to read from here. And Carol Weichel, the Finns, coached by John Farnham. Oh, sorry, Gary Lovett. He's back for another year.
He is back. I thought I'd had a stroke yesterday when I saw him out there. I thought I was imagining he'd retired last year, but he was still here. Georgia Redmayne, wicket keeping and opening the bat in number 12 for the Gold Coast. Tara Wheeler at number 8. Carly Fuller will be wearing number 21. She's the captain of the Gold Coast. Grace Parson be seeing her bowl in number 43. Shelley Savage in 37. Eliza Flynn 16. Olivia Voss is in 57. Melissa Mayers is in 60. Dahlia Glennie is in 62. Charlotte Voss is in 30. Delissa Kimmets is in 13. And Roxanne Thompson will be wreaking havoc, no doubt, in 39. She's down here at 12th, but I don't think that's right. So
two strong sides.
Good. Yeah, nobody missing, so that's a good start. Yesterday, bit of a Harris fest there in the morning, and then a bit of a wrestle in the afternoon. So
yeah, the umpires we're waiting for today are Steve Farrell and Nathan James, and the third umpire is Stephen Farley. And we have some very astute scorers, which I can't see through the walls. I haven't got there's a bit of kryptonite, obviously, in the commentary box, deleting my powers. Carol Weichel, your tip?
I don't know. It's always dumb. It's just I haven't got a coin to toss, but I think probably Gold Coast.
Michael Wright, making it easy for you, hasn't she?
Yeah, I better take West then. Defending T20 premiers. Lots of experienced players used to play on this field. They've played a lot of finals. I think we talked about also they got a pretty good water runner today. I think Kirby Short's former captain's doing the drinks for them again. So chuck in Steve McGoffin as assistant coach. Lots of high caliber big game winners and players in their mix, so I might have to go with West.
Both of these sides have played a lot of grand finals in the last couple of years as well. The Gold Coast for a long time looking for their silverware. They finally won it, I think, 2 years ago in the T20. They haven't got the one-day title as yet.
No.
And Gary Lovett says, no, not yet. Maybe later on in 2021. So they know about finals, but I think the one thing that Billy Dean said yesterday is interesting when he was talking about Grace Harris. where she's an absolute anomaly in Premier cricket, and she can be an imposing figure to club players, not so much in the Big Bash, although I find that hard to believe. But I think if they just block out who and what she can do and try and play to their game plan and back themselves to get Grace Harris out early rather than wait for Grace to get herself out, might be the key.
Yeah, this is what I reckon Gold Coast need to do, is put open with maybe Kimmins and Thompson, who are both, Kimmins isn't intimidated by nothing, and Thompson can also bowl straight.
Yeah,
and so they just, because if they can frustrate Grace Harris, we all know that that's her kryptonite, not being able to score. So she might just miss cue.
Yeah, so and we talked about yesterday just as the game was happening. Grace Harris has had an exceptional record against Sandgate, who they played in the semis, and she's got about 500 or 600s against Sandgate the last few years. And most of their bowling attack brings the ball back into Grace. You know, there's two or three right arm off spinners, a couple of left arm swing bowlers who swing it back in. Gold Coast will have a few options who take it away from Grace. They'll have Jalissa Kimmins probably opening up or bowling in the power play and shapes it away with some really good outswing. And likewise, they've got a few good leg spinners in Grace Parsons and Tara Wheeler who'll spin the ball away from Harris and challenge the outer half rather than spinning in and spinning into the wheelhouse, which she goes over mid-on and in wickets. So different challenge today from the Dolphins compared to Sandgate of yesterday. So, but I'm sure she's pretty confident, Grace, coming off 140 on.
Yeah, well, we're going to.
It's a different day.
Sorry, Carol.
So that's part of my my theory, and so we'll see how we go. But very important here, and nice and steamy out there, as if there wasn't enough pressure going on. There's even a bit of atmospheric pressure happening today.
Yeah, the Gold Coast have been on a bit of a high. They won the men's game earlier, so it's a big day for the club. They've got a men's second grade final after this at North under lights, so 3 finals for the Gold Coast. As ball one from Voss comes into Grace Harris.
Olivia Voss for the first ball of the T20 final. That one's been slashed to second to a point, I should say.
Might be Charlotte Voss, I think.
Charlotte.
Yeah.
But,
Eliza Flynn is in the Gold Coast side. I think she might have played for University, if my memory serves me.
Yep, I think you're right.
One
there.
point.
There's been a bit of movement, so.
Yeah. Boss again. And then the breeze out of back.
Yeah, the
Finds
breeze has
point.
been very steady in similar direction. So.
good start there. Two good balls from Voss. I think after watching the first game and in the T20 Limited Overs format, big thing's going to come down to fielding in this game. I'm sure there'll be a chance in the power play. Gold Coast will want to take it.
There were some serious drops yesterday, hey?
Bowl.
3 dots to Grace Harris. The field at the moment, they've got 2 in the deep, as you'd expect in the power play. One of those is at third man, and the other one is just behind square right on the rope. 2 allowed out. And
yeah, we saw yesterday, like Sandgate kind of had the fielders at that sort of mid-on and cow, whereas this is more conventional field and backing their bowlers to bowl on the offside and challenge Harris here.
One slip in, which is very attacking here from the Finns. See what happens as Voss again, foolish balls driven to trying to pierce the gap. They'll come through the first single of the final, and Harris is off the mark. Good bowling nonetheless there from Voss.
Kept it out there and make Harris sort of hurt you through the offside. She definitely can play those shots. She smacked some cover drives yesterday, and she can definitely go aerial. But you want to challenge her there rather than bowl into her pads and give her anything short early.
Annie Wickman, the skipper, takes guard and waits 2 balls to go still in this first over. Foolish ball, finds the middle of the bat. Again, another dot ball, 4 out of 5 so far.
And we're talking Harris, but of course Wickman scored, what did she score? Almost 80, did she?
Yeah, it was a great knock from the skipper and yeah, sort of not to go unnoticed. Played some great shots and kept it ticking and was exceptional captain's knock and part of a great partnership.
200 plus. Last ball, first over. Late cut, and that's going to go down to third man, just outside the right hand of the first slip fieldsman, but not quite a chance. But a good start here for the Finns.
Good first over.
Just wide of the outstretched hands of Georgia Redmayne.
Looks to be some good energy from Gold Coast Dolphins in the field. I think they're definitely up. They've got the likes of Delissa Kimmins at backward point, a really important spot here. Wouldn't be surprised if you see, a chance or some sort of little moment in the power play from a fielding point of view. We saw some of them in the morning's game, and we definitely saw them yesterday as well. You want to take that chance, it can really count here.
So to open the bowling is Eliza Flynn from the southern end. Bit of a chat here as we move the field around. As we said, only 2 allowed out. Grace Harris is on the strike.
Kirsten Pike was saying yesterday, the girls were saying it was really moving around up there in the upper stratosphere if the balls were going too high. So
Flynn will have good memories of this ground. The final last year, whilst the Finns didn't go over the line, she thinks she took 5 for 20 and changed what was a Beth Mooney dominated game to a very close encounter as Finn comes in.
Linda Wickman, full toss. Don't know whether it was
on the way down.
Yep.
Yeah, close. But that was a crazy game, that one last year in the one-day final. Beth Mooney scores 100, and Sandgate looked like they were going to make 300. The next minute, Flynn took 5 for 5 in the space of a few overs, and they bowled him out for 230 odd. So some good memories here. Just hope she'll take that into this T20 final.
Wickman takes a single, brings Grace Harris onto strike, and nobody in the deep in front of square. Here we go. She's gone up in the air. Here's a chance going backward a point that's going to land safe. So Grace Harris and the Bulldogs breathe a sigh of relief. She gets to the other end, 1 run.
I talked about the field stuff before, and I don't know if it was before the first ball, but they moved Delissa Kimmins from point to mid-wicket, and I feel like Delissa Kimmins gets at least a hand to that catch.
Wickman now, waiting for Flint. Late cut, finds the fieldsman and the covers a throw, but Flynn not behind the stumps, but the throw was wide.
It's a bit happening there at point there.
Yeah, Thompson just a bit out of sorts probably too from that previous ball. So got that right, didn't I?
Roxanne Thompson, yep.
Yeah, Roxanne's at point, yeah.
Looking forward to watching her bowl. She did well yesterday.
So they brought square leg up inside the circle and dropped mid-off back for Harris.
Will not want
She's not far enough back.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Grace is probably looking for that short boundary.
Flynn.
Oh.
Wide ball.
Good gloving from Redmayne there. That's something to look out for.
I don't know if you heard yesterday, but Kirsten Pike's got us obsessed with watching how Redmayne sets up, where she puts her hands flat on the ground.
Puts her hands down. Yeah, I've noticed that as a keeper myself. Everyone's got their little setup.
Yeah,
she puts the hands down, a bit like a frog stance.
Yeah, that's what we decided just have.
Full toss. Chance.
Nice
It's gone.
try.
Might have got a finger to it actually to slow it down. They'll only get the 1 out of that. Thinking about 2.
I definitely think that was the best fielder to have a crack at that. Delissa Kimmins went all out of that. I think she might have got some fingers to it, but would have been an absolute scream if she held on to that. We talked about some big plays.
There we go.
Replay from
Did we get a
Kookaburra.
view of that? Yep.
Yeah. Almost probably had to get the one hand to stick there. That was a tough one as Flynn comes in.
Yeah, she
Wickman.
didn't have
It's a good
much.
shot from Wickman.
That's 4 runs.
Forward to Wickman. She hasn't quite found the length here. Flynn, there's a fair few low full tosses, and she got away with the first one with the fielder out there, but Wickman's find the gap there and continue on from a good knock yesterday. Want to try and close out this over, build into the next one.
Bit of a don't worry about it from
Big
the
deep
skipper.
breath. Flynn comes in again and responds well.
Yeah, I like that part of Flynn's preparation where she takes in a great big lung full of air.
9 off the first over. And the Bulldogs survive another scare with a chance to Delissa Kimmins. Have a look at it again here for Kookaburra.
That's the 4.
Oh, it's a 4 before.
Four
It's
from
still
Wickman,
Kookaburra,
yeah. Voss again. It'll be interesting to see. I'm interested to see whether Kimmins will look to be used as an over in the power play. I still think in these big games you want to have your best player take on the other best player, and I think whether from a Gold Coast point of view, but also those watching and listening, I think we'd love to see Delissa Kimmins bowl to Grace Harris in the power play and really have a good crack at each other.
If
But
It's
I'm
the only Harris she's allowed to.
Yeah, there's some family stuff there these days. So
on the other hand, these guys are doing all right. So as long as they're keeping them quiet, no need to change.
Harris waiting for Voss. Short ball, rocks back
that
and
could run away.
Late cut.
Going to take some stopping from Flynn. I think it's Flynn out there. Well done.
Great chase.
Great
Good
running.
throw.
Oh, wow.
Good fielding. Good pressure there.
Flynn. The flying Flynn.
Just bowled over and chased, 15, 20 metres with a good throw there. That kept Grace Harris honest there. Just had to run that 2 out.
Yeah, we do know that obviously it's now 100%, but she has had knee problems before, Grace. She probably didn't really want to be putting any extra centrifugal force on that knee. As Voss comes in again to Harris. This time she mistimes that one back to the bowler.
Yeah, she didn't do much running yesterday. She got over 100 in boundaries yesterday. So
You see that breeze picking up every year.
Definitely
The breeze is always a factor. Sorry, Michael.
I was just blowing to the cities.
Yeah, top left, bottom right. Screen. That's in the air over extra cover, is it?
Oh,
Puts
good
a hand
effort.
out, just out of reach.
Good effort from the Dolphins out there. They're keen to throw themselves around.
What better place?
It's as I said, we talked about in game 1. There's no real excuse at AB Field. It looks like carpet. The rain's probably made it nice and soft and cushioned, and best chance to throw yourself around and get dirty in the field.
There's Carly Fuller out there throwing herself about. Voss again. Wickman.
Bit high
Appeal
there.
from everyone except the bowler.
Bit high.
There's more of an appeal from the Stuart Law stand.
Yeah, there's a bit of a crowd there. We don't have the best view from up here, but that might be the Gold Coast men's first grade who are hanging around and watching the start of this game. So they were in quite a good mood after their morning victory. The keeper's bar's been getting a good run.
So Wickman. Along the ground goes Grace Harris, finds cover, no run.
Oh,
Hits
what
a stump.
jeez. Yeah, look, putting on a show on the field here, the Dolphins.
Well, you expect nothing less from a Gary Lovett outfit. He drills them hard in the field. And he's asked nothing less than perfection. Not in a nice way, of course, Gary Farnham.
It makes, in any game of cricket, fielding usually is the difference.
Yeah. Voss again, last ball.
Good shot. This is going to test out Flynn again, who looks like he's made good metres.
Shouldn't be a problem there. Cuts it down to 1.
Very good fielding, very good fielding.
So none for 6 off 2 overs from Charlotte Voss. Good 2 overs. What do you do, Carol? Do you keep it going or do you save it for a 2 at the end?
well, I don't know why you change really, but that's why you get the skipper's job, isn't it, to work that sort of stuff out.
Delissa Kimmins is coming
Yeah,
on, I think, from Southern
they
End.
must have had me tapped into the captain there. There's
Yeah.
commentary from the last over. Get the big name against the other big name, and
I think Chris Swan actually wired this commentary box earlier this morning. It's still live for Delissa Kimmelson. This is something I like about Gold Coast. They do like to talk, their bowlers. The skipper goes and talks to them. I found that lacking a little bit this morning when they were trying to find a way through Toombul.
I know it often happens in the Big Bash and things like that with Redmayne keeping up to Delissa Kimmins, but I always want to see like a slip, to be honest, with DK bowling here.
She's got a slip just inside the circle. That's a late cut. Thompson goes past her. She's rushing towards the fence here. It's going to come close here, but nicely picked up in the end there by
Grace Parsons, thinks, patrolling the deep cover point, the bigger boundary in comparison to the eastern side. We saw a few of the men this morning get caught, taking on the big western boundary. So we'll see how the women go tonight.
Kimmins.
It's probably as we said with the rain around during the week, the deck was sealed and pretty early on, and it probably isn't as fast and bouncy as we had some of our other games. So it might keep a bit low this afternoon game as Kimmins comes into Wickman.
That's hit into the gap. Safe.
They are on the ball.
Yeah,
Gold
there's
Coast.
Did anybody put any water in their red cordial? They're out of control.
They were here early. They
were.
watched their men's team this morning and got behind them in what was an exciting game here at Allenborough Field. A final over victory to the Gold Coast Dolphins in men's first grade. But
did they go home?
Don't think so.
Oh.
What do you mean yesterday?
Yeah,
the Dolphins? The Dolphins just stayed here.
Yeah, well, they were here last night, I guess. They might have been here early this morning. I think I want to belting up the M1 twice in the space of 12 hours.
No, they definitely look like they're up for it, and I still think there's going to be another chance, another play in the field in this power play.
Kimmins, slower ball. Thompson fields at a point. She's a wily customer as Delissa Kimmins. You can let one fly off the same pace, same run up.
Yeah, she's got all the change ups, and out of the back, roll the fingers over it. She comes into Harris again. But then her stock ball, which is a lovely outswing. I've seen her, whether it be for Australia or the Fire or the Brisbane Heat, bowl some, absolutely perfect away swingers, which take the edge or take the top of off stump. So, great repertoire, whether it be bowling in a T20 or a one-day game. So, top over, and you expect that from an Australian player, which is great to have her playing a Premier final. It's worked out very well, and a great show for our competition and also the players we're producing.
So another bowling change.
Thompson.
Yeah, Voss has come off. Roxanne Thompson.
I was hoping that these two would bowl in tandem because they'll be really frustrating, I reckon, for the batters.
Yeah, Kimmins obviously bowls at a good clip and rushes the batter with a heavy ball. Thompson sort of takes a bit of pace off it and gets it to sort of grip a little bit from a medium pace point of view. Lots of balls around off and middle and making the batter think about either not playing across it too much and getting an LB or bowled. So it's a different test this from Kimmins at the other end. Also had some good experiences here in finals and taking wickets. So as we talked about, both sides are used to playing here, so they're putting on a good little spectacle to start this game.
She's got some catches taken off her bowling against West this season as well. So
Thompson, foolish ball. It's a Yorker-like, just on the pads, whipped down behind square leg. They'll come back for two. Wickman calls Harris through. Yeah, two players out for Wickman for the bowling of Thompson.
Yeah. I'd be tempted. They've got the deep cover point and a deep forward square. I always want to think that cover point should be in the ring as Thompson comes in.
Certainly, they're not getting off to a flyer. That's just
this could be
wayward throw. Gets home safely to Harris. Wickman, Grace might say, look, I don't run. I don't do this. This is not me.
She's looking really busy, Wickman. She's carrying on from yesterday, and there's a lot to like about her approach at the top of the order here. Probably comment, Grace after batting most of yesterday and whacking around, she's probably a bit tired as Thompson comes in to Harris again. Walks
out of a crease, back to the bowler. So mid-on has gone back. Extra cover has come up inside the ring.
And the square legs come a bit straighter into that sort of like cowish position where the similar field Sandgate set for most of the power play to Harris yesterday.
Yeah, both fieldsmen starting them walk in from outside the boundary rope. That's a chance in the deep. Two bigs just.
Didn't get all of that, but enough to get over the field there. She may have got a little fingertip, but she was very much on the rope as she touched it. It would have.
Tara Wheeler.
Yeah. See this one on the replay.
Yeah, at best she would have been trying to knock it back in.
Here we go. She get it?
Yeah, a little fingertip,
just
but
a little bit. Yeah. Ooh, that finger won't be the same again.
Thompson again. Harris. This one's along the ground, not on purpose. Looking for a little bit more altitude than that, but nonetheless, got some bat on it.
She's a bit Wickman. I'm thinking it's a little bit short, Kirby Shorter-esque in her batting.
She has got a good approach and she's got all the shots and she's busy and runs well, so it's a good opening combination there.
Yep, she's fast.
It's crunched and that should be full.
That's what I do, Miss Wickman.
Good little step down the wicket from Harris, sort of playing Thompson a bit like a spinner. shimmy down and put it over mid-off. And I think if we did have a replay, I think that's the when Harris is playing straight and hitting straight, that's when she's in her best form and playing the best cricket. So there's always going to be the ones where she can play the horizontal bat shots or play over mid-wicket, but when she hits straight and even through mid-off, she's in good touch.
One thing or the other was about to happen there, wasn't it? She was either going to let it get to her, that they weren't scoring, or...
Kimmins again into Wickman. Might be a while. No, just inside.
She may have stepped back a bit. The umpire that in is Nathan James. Yeah, in the old days, before my cricket, if Grace was going like that, there'd be pencil shaving, liquid paper, stuff flying everywhere. It'd be crazy times. As Kimmins comes in, a fuller ball. That's in the air, right between mid on middle.
Oh,
lovely
wow.
bounce.
Yeah.
Oh,
On a string.
Sat up and in the one mid.
kept the eye on that one.
Still, yeah, it's really good pressure and to be honest, really good finals cricket from both sides here. Gold Coast have bowled well, and West, are ticking it along, but haven't got away as Kimmins comes into Harris.
Yeah, smashed that to extra cover for no run.
Yeah, both sort of sides sort of trading, blows and punches here to sort of feel each other out and probably seeing who blinks or cracks first.
Harris, breeze is starting to pick up here this afternoon. That's along the grass. They'll get decided to stay at home.
Bold, sort of jammed up there and can't do much with, sort of quasi-Yorker there from Kimmins, and didn't let Harris get underneath that and try and flick it over mid-wicket. So trying to close out here, Kimmins.
Still don't know why that isn't.
Taking a single.
First thing taught is a Yorker to a bowler. That's the end of a pretty good over. Is the one to go?
One to go, I think, yeah. It has been good here. But love to close out the power play. Whilst West are none down, they're only in their 30s, and that's a pretty reasonable bowling effort to get 6 overs for under that sort of 35 area.
In the air, over mid on.
From Wickman.
Will go all the way. And unfortunately for Alyssa Kimmins, doesn't finish it off.
No. As I said, I think that the headline yesterday might have been Harris, but as we see the replay here, Wickman's been getting it done at the other end as well, and that was part of a feature of the game yesterday, playing over mid-on and mid-off, and even through covers, she was in really good touch and picking up the singles when that sort of boundary ball wasn't there. So very even and solid start, I'd say.
She's really been their run scorer with Harris away on other duties as well, so she's been ticking them over all season.
So another sort of big name for the Dolphins in Carly Fuller, stepping up with the ball.
Yes.
I said a very even matchup today. Gold Coast strong bowling unit. They've got good options with medium pace, and they've also got two sort of leg spinners who I think would be bowling soon. I reckon maybe Kimmins might have a pause after that. They might go to a leg spinner. Although I would probably bowl the leg spinner from this end, which Fuller's at, where there is the big boundary on the leg side. But we'll see what the Dolphins do. But
Stephen Farrell, the umpire, signalling the end of the power play, so 4 are allowed out as we see Fuller come in. That's been glided down to third man, just a single.
They're definitely keeping Grace Harris honest. They're making every single throw, every single run. They're throwing to Grace's end and not letting it just sort of saunter through. That was a good throw from third man to the far bowler's end.
Effects, Mike, that's all players yelling out there. They're just chatters out there. It's deafening. Was that a bit of timber on that? Or has she hit it?
I think she hit the glove.
Hit the glove with the bat.
Yeah, I think so.
The umpies are giving it runs.
Okay.
I haven't seen a signal from the umpies. Have a replay there?
Unless he smacked the ball into the glove.
Nope. Whew.
Got a replay, no?
You go on there?
All good.
She's having a torrid time this weekend. Redmayne, she got hit in the chest yesterday by a fast one.
That's
Back
a
for that
lovely
piece of
shot.
field.
That's
That's
a lovely shot.
shot of the
Wow.
match.
When she's playing through or over mid-off, she's in some really good touch, Harris, and that's a great shot. And I said, the game's well in the balance here. Dolphins have bowled well and fielded well, but they're coming up against two very
There we
informed.
That's it there, Michael.
Little edge?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe a little edge, yeah.
Into the glove. Which had a bit
Looks
of
like
juice on.
got the outside half of her hand, like, you know, the back half of the hand, which does hurt a bit.
Great fielding in the deep again, and I'm assuming that's Flynn. She's a
No,
live wire,
that's
no?
that's the Kimmins out there.
Yep.
Put the ball.
She's got the sleeves on.
Oh, she's running like a 20-year-old Delissa Kimmins.
But no,
Can't
that's
stop her.
been a testament of the Dolphins. They've saved a few runs out here.
Yep.
All going to count. But the Wickman-Harris partnership just keeps on rolling from yesterday.
Be careful, plenty of the back end as Full again comes in. Looking for a breakthrough here of the
Lovely
Finns.
shot.
It's a single from Wickman.
Yeah, no, I think the you get the impression with the effects, Mike, that the Dolphins' first grade men are probably enjoying some amber beverages from the keeper's bar at AB Field, and they with a cup as their trophy, they usually end up drinking out of those things.
So Harris, a little bit subdued, a late cut down to Kimmins at third man, or backward point, for 1. And the end of the over, Full, not a bad one. For her first, just pushing that boundary 8 off.
9.
None for 46
Oh,
after 7. As I said, very measured. Wickets in hand. You know, and a destructive batter in Harris at the crease. Hasn't really. Oh, and
It's an injury.
yeah, his injury. Yeah.
She's had a finger there. Keeper.
Yep.
Well, she'll probably know a fair bit about it, given
The
she's a
doc.
doctor. And a little delay there is
Gary Lovett's
hopefully
got
the.
that.
Coach being sent for a bit of plaster, I think.
I think she's given her painkillers and.
Yep.
Geez, whatever she's taken, I'll have them. They work that quick. That's outstanding. Maybe Dr. Gary's got a cortisone. He may be using it on himself. He might have to give up a dose. But yeah, I think it was whacked into the glove, the catch. She certainly felt some pain straight after throwing her hand around.
Here comes
I'm not sure who.
somebody with the kit.
Bit of tape. I feel like Georgia Redmayne probably has like a bring to match day kit, which would have everything. You know, probably some painkillers, some tape. You know, any sort of emergency items required. So.
The Tanya Rosala out there as well?
Yeah, well, I think I just heard through the mic they yelled out strapping tape. So I'm sure someone could have some tape down there. I'll have a delay.
Well, the thing is,
Geez, we're getting some access here.
Nice
There you
work.
you can't, but you can't tape 2 fingers together for a wicketkeeper.
No. She's just trying to get it a bit of support there. Letting her do it herself.
That's not sandpaper.
Well, interesting to be whether Dolphins have a backup wicket-keeping option.
Is my memory right? Is Tara Wheeler ever kept?
I don't think so. They used to have a few backup keepers, but they've sort of moved on to different clubs. Chelsea Garn used to play for the Gold Coast, and
She's a keeper as
she
well.
plays for Wynnum, and but Redmayne's looks to be all good. Sure, she.
Volvort used to be there.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
wicket keeper.
So hopefully it's all good. As a keeper myself, nothing is more frustrating than some hand and finger issues. I've been relatively lucky in my time not to do anything cricket related with my fingers, but I broke my thumb playing baseball, and that wasn't fun coming back from.
Well, I imagine yourself, Michael, it was either a superb catch or you just completely missed it.
It was just
Have anything
it was a really bad pitch, and I literally just
There we go.
chucked my hand at it and it hit the back of it.
This thing's getting
Ouch.
crazy. crazy. It was a flat deck. It was.
I said there's no deck in baseball.
No,
it's just.
So we got a bowling change here at the southern end. Alyssa Kimmins has come off.
Looks like Flynn.
Yep.
Eliza Flynn. Looks like she's going to bowl from the southern end. She's come back into the attack. That's in the air. There's a chance in the deep and too big.
wow,
it was close to a catch of the year.
Wow.
It hit
Alyssa
it too.
Kimmins.
That hit
She
her
got
hand.
some. She got some hops there. DK.
That hit
I
her
did-
hand. She reckoned she had that one. Look at this.
If she takes this is going around the world. You dunked this.
Oh, gee.
Come on, DK. Bit of effort, eh? What are you doing? As a sitter. Alyssa Kimmins, well, if anyone's going to take it, it'll be Alyssa Kimmins. Gone high again. This top one might just land inside the fence, and it does. 6, though.
Insult to injury there.
That would have been global, Michael Wright. You're right.
That was
That
like
catch.
that was a serious hang time, and sometimes those ones you're never really going to catch because you're going to overbalance over the road. But she actually, the way she landed, she would have landed in the field of play and had a solid base. So
Unless the velocity of the ball carried her over the fence as well, which is almost possible. That was
big start to this over from Harris.
would have been right up there next to Burkett in Queensland women's cricket catches law.
Yeah, yes. Worrying times here for Gold Coast. Harris
Yeah.
is starting to get a mojo on. She's sick of running. And she's starting to find the sweet spot. She's mistimed a few. And Flynn needs to pitch this up. And that's going to go down leg side.
Ooh.
Well, Redmayne almost
Redmayne
got one in the face.
loves to throw herself around a bit there. I understand she's got a helmet on, but you know, it's probably not the best idea just to try and smother it like a goalkeeper. But
You could take
If you
the ball
take-
out of that shot. Yeah.
if she takes that catch, that's
Yeah.
that's one of the greatest wicket-keeping catches of all time. I caught it at short fine leg,
Yeah,
whilst up to the stumps.
to Grace Harris.
Yeah, off the middle of the bat, just plucked it.
Again,
Bit
Flynn 14 off 16 off so far.
Yeah,
Foolish ball, that's gone
That's 6.
high, and that is gone long, and that's on the dog track, not quite, but 6.
that's big over this. I feel like Grace Harris might have got a bit of a relief from that the injury sort of delay. She probably got a drink and at the 7 over mark, a little refresher, and had a chance to have a bit of break. And she's definitely tackled this over with a fair bit of intent here. She's just hitting straight with the wind and making Dolphins pay.
Yeah, Eliza Flynn needs to change her length, otherwise she'll go again, and she will go.
This might take some catching, and she came in.
Yeah, came in, but she's not far off the rope there, Michael. I
6 there, yeah.
still doubt whether she would have got there if she was on the.
Got to hang
On
back
the
a bit
string.
down that end. As I said, with the
Yeah.
the wind's, it's relatively strong heading towards the Albion Trots end, and got to sort of do a bit of work late there and let the wind sort of carry it a bit there. But playing straight here, Harris, and looking very, very dangerous.
How cruel is this game? You spoke about the fifer for Eliza Flynn, and then all of a sudden, boom, you're getting carted by the great Grace Harris. Big time. What have we got so far? That's
28.
28 off so far with 1 to go.
I think she'd probably go on
She get a
again
dot
here.
ball, I mean, she should get another over. Well, she
Oh,
did.
wide.
Down leg side wide.
Good keeping from Redmayne. I feel like they might have missed a trick, Dolphins, with. I would have probably tried to take a bit of pace off to Grace Harris, and we talked about they've got two leg spinners in Parsons and Wheeler. I would have sort of tried that out, make a hit against the spin.
Yeah, sorry, Mum. Georgia Redmayne has just flicked the stumps off with her bad hand. I wonder why it hurt. That's
It is-
straight.
it
That's
takes-
going to one bounce to mid-on.
So that's a massive over from Western Suburbs. That's
20-30.
changed the game from sort of 7 and over to now into the 10 stopper area. So a real boost for the Bulldogs there.
Is that 30 off? 30
Yeah,
off that over.
counting the wide.
Yeah. Yeah, so she's done it again. She tried to flick the bails off. She did, trying to remove Grace Harris and maybe distract the umpire from giving it a wide, but Nathan James is too clever for that. And she's clipped that finger again.
Some more running repairs.
Harris now 53.
there is a gap now before the one-day competition starts for the women again, Michael, after today.
Yeah, so they'll obviously this is our last weekend of Premier Cricket around the competition. We got a couple of weekends off over Christmas and the New Year, and the 9th and 10th is a empty weekend, and originally this finals weekend was supposed to be the 16th and 17th, but when that was before we knew what was happening with the WNCL and things like that. And once that became clear that they were playing the WNCL in mid-January, we had to move this game and made sure we got it in before Christmas and got to access the best players from our WBL squad and Fire squad as Fuller comes into Harris.
Redmayne got a hand out of the way of that one.
So yeah, they'll have a bit of a break in that period. I'm sure early January would probably see the Fire in full swing with training. They might even play a few practice games against some of our best Premier players in that first weekend of January, because the Fire's season starts back up on around the 15th or 16th themselves.
Fuller again from the northern end.
Oh, that's got away fine. That's
Top
going to
shoulder.
run away.
With a Wickman meant to go there, but anyway, she'll take 4.
I think
Jumped on her a little bit.
I think she went to keep it fine. So yeah, it's definitely. I think we see the men's first grade winners from Gold Coast walking around to the eastern side. So yeah, the eastern side to get a bit of shade and a bit of hill.
Well, it's good to see they're still walking.
Yeah.
Start.
They got a big day for themselves. They got the second graders happening down the road tonight at Northern Suburbs. As Fuller comes in, that's another good shot from Wickman.
Well,
tell you what,
all the action's behind point, isn't it? That end of the ground. See the straight. Or over towards that backward point region. As Fuller needs to just. She's got the length right, but just not the radar right. I think it's a good area she's bowling. Just needs to get a little bit closer to the off stump. Try and cramp up Grace Harris. She pulls that one.
That's because the name's Fuller, not Straighter.
Tara Wheeler was just on her heels there for a moment. I don't know whether she picked that up or not, but anyway, she's cut it down to 1. But the score still remains, and the most critical part about all this is none for. They're none for 82, the Bulldogs, and they can unleash at any time with plenty left in the sheds.
Yeah, that run rate
Michael?
creeping up very close to 10 already.
Wickman finds backward point again.
I was just going to say that it's a pretty handy opening partnership from these two. They'll, I'm sure after this weekend they'll be like, yeah, we're a good pair. We're a good pair. Yeah, double 100, and getting towards a 100-run partnership in this game as well. So.
Yeah, and Wickman's doing everything right, hitting the loose ones and taking the single, pushing Grace Harris as we saw earlier. But Grace has had enough of this.
That could be a wide.
Steve Farrell.
I have a hunch Georgia Redmayne is in a fair bit of pain.
That thing's not working. Whatever she took,
and doing a great job. It's not easy to keep going with some injuries and obviously the most important thing's your hands.
She's right-handed too, so I don't know whether that'll affect her batting either.
Well, that's what I'm wondering.
Full toss, low full toss, Wheeler out in the deep, just the 1.
But she'll know she's she's definitely favouring the hand which isn't hurt, and but she'll know it's a big game. It's a grand final, and she's coming off runs yesterday, and she'll be looking to back her side up and do the best she can, which is true professional. So hope she can tough it out and be right to bat, because she's probably going to need to make some runs with West doing a pretty good job with the bat here.
Would she be permitted to come off and ice that and not field again and bat, Michael?
Yeah, it's external blow, so there would be that. And you're allowed to. They changed a few years ago the laws of cricket where you can have the keeper doesn't have to be from the playing side, so you can have I know there's a 12th player in women's first grade anyway, but as in you can have someone come in and keep, whereas in the old laws used to be that a 12th player or a non-name player couldn't be a wicket keeper. Right. You had to be like a sub fielder, but now you essentially can be a filling keeper.
So she could, for mine, if I was Gary Lovelow, we'd certainly thinking about bringing her off and putting that thing in ice.
I think one of the things
For
I
an
don't know.
hour
I
anyway.
don't know. There's another option, and that's the tough thing.
Well, the way these two, that's wide, and that's going to hurt. The other thing is Nathan James puts his arms out. The other thing is, though, there haven't been too many balls that got past the bat.
Yeah.
So do you really need a really good keeper?
I think we've seen I think the one which injured her was a slight edge. It went a bit, and you want there usually are plays to the keeper here, so you do want your best option there in a T20.
Harris waits.
Oh, it's a lovely shot.
Beautiful placement. Was running away from the fieldsman. They're getting the
be
wheels on.
That's a forward to Harris. That's that was a shot which stood out for me when she scored the 50 in that opening WBL game. I think she got about 80 odd and guided the heat home. But she played lovely sort of back cuts and cut shots. Where historically they'll set the field on the mid wicket, mid on, square leg, and short third, and point will be up in the ring. So there is that gap there. See, now they're forced to change. So someone's going out to the boundary at third man, and they've got to bring someone else up, and they've brought up square leg. So they won't want to drop it anything short here, because I reckon Grace Harris will put it through those flag markers up there on Radley Malova.
Charlotte Voss comes in.
Oh, she's
chipped
smoked
that.
that.
And chipped it as hard as you like.
That was extremely well timed. That's our windows are pretty much closed up here, but that sounded very hard off the bat.
Oh, yeah, it's beautiful. And it's just one bounce and cannon into it. But I think, Carol, you might remember when we interviewed Ashley Nofke, we were talking about Jess Jonathan, about her return to form with the bat. And the fact was that Ash just told Jess to bat the way with her strengths. And I think with Grace Harris, everyone's been saying, oh, that's going to hurt. That's
Great effort from Redmayne.
And with Grace, she's decided that she's got more than just a big plunge over mid-wicket and mid-on, hasn't she? So that was a lovely shot there, the late cut there from Grace Harris.
I think there's,
You play to your strengths. Not
when
just,
you play for so many different outfits, I think sometimes
true.
you get different coaches who want you to do different stuff. So she's been doing a lot with the bowling over the last couple of years, so that can take away from keeping your batting sorted.
Yeah, well, and you might remember when we interviewed her when we were on radio.
What do you
many
reckon
years
the
ago, Grace
likelihood
Harris.
of that is?
Yeah, Grace Harris was saying that she hit these big sixes. We see Voss come in again to Grace Harris from the southern end, and that's hit over just the top of mid-wicket, almost hit Steve Farley on the way through to the fence. And that is four. That she'd hit a couple of sixes, then out-strolled somebody who could bat, Jodie Fields, and smacked this beautiful cover drive. And Grace said, I hate that. I hate how she can hit such a beautiful shot along the grass. Well, Grace, you're Jodie Fields liking that late cut last over, or this over. So she's come around, hasn't she, Grace Harris? She's certainly a smarter batter than when she first started.
Sure.
Voss. And there it is again, but they've got a fieldsman in the deep.
She's so experienced now,
It's Olivia Voss.
It's been,
well, that's true.
she's not that old, but she's been playing here at AB Field for one team or another for a lot of years now. There's these two overs, the 8th and the 10th, making that 9th one by Carly Fuller look very, very good indeed.
So Wickman down leg, another wide. Voss.
Fuller's 9th over only Fuller's 2nd over, which it was the 9th over, only went for 9 runs. So bit of a skipper's over there.
Wickman 27 off 22. Take that any day.
Yeah.
69 off 37 for Harris. Wickman, though. Thought about it. Another wide. Boss is called. This is starting to frustrate, I think.
Fourth wide
on the over. So we've got a 10-ball over on the cards.
She's hit a boundary as well in this over.
She's not far away, but the umpire James has got a call, and as you see, the white lines are marked, which is beyond me being a bowler. Don't let me go there, Carol, again. No, I don't like it. Wickman this time gets it off the hip. Oh, look at that. So I'm not sure who was at square leg, threw herself, knowing full well there was a fieldsman behind her who could have picked it up and still only be a single, but decided to still throw it.
Yep.
Throw herself at that.
Is that Parsons?
Not sure.
I
Well,
think it
Fuller,
is.
was it? Parsons.
Just here with who's got the ball now,
Yeah.
I think. Yep. Oh, yep. I think you might be right.
So once again, the water's been run out. I'm not really sure if that's a former heat skipper out there who was going to run the water for the Bulldogs. No. I'll tell you what, the kid in the little red outfit's like a little bullet. Look at him go.
Yeah.
Go. Go, you good thing.
I think that is Parsons getting ready to bowl there.
It is. Well done, Carol. Garrett Parsons is... will go from from the northern end.
She's had some good luck against West as well, so...
Parsons, and that's a lovely flighted ball, but it's been a
Great
lovely
shot
hit.
from Wickman. Good effort again in the field.
Crazy
Yeah,
stuff
test-
from the Finns.
That's a good call this with Parsons. I think she's been in pretty good form this year. She's let's get a replay of this fielding effort. That's
They
great
would have
effort.
saved 20 runs from
Yeah.
off the field.
Parson comes into Wickman.
Full toss.
Oh, that's
Over
good.
the head of backward square, 4 runs.
I think we're going to have to start talking about the Wickman-Harris partnership, not just the Harris-Wickman. She's
Totally. Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, I think you're right.
having
30.
having a serious weekend.
Yeah,
the
if
Catherine.
anyone's seen the Step Brothers, you know you got to have, eventually they...
34 off 25. It's not no slouch.
and all just really controlled, smart batting, just puts the bad ball away. But she's been busy with singles. She wouldn't have many dots, I don't think. She's played a great innings here.
Parsons again, that's a late cut, not fully timed to backward point for a single. Yeah, I really don't want to harp on it too much more about Georgia Reddamay, but I honestly think she's not going to be good to anybody if she can't bat, and she's struggling keeping. Even their B keeper could probably do as good a job at the moment, but I think she really needs to come and put that hand in ice or wait for those tablets to work. But they're going to need her.
I just heard you say beekeeper and thought to myself, what on earth is he talking about? A beekeeper.
Something I wear when I...
Good effort again from the Dolphins. Been a good over from Parsons. She's aside from the fully, she's bowled a good area, and I think leg spin's always a bit risk reward. You're going to bowl some bad balls, but you can definitely take some wickets as she comes into Wickman. Oh, that's a shout.
There's an appeal. There's an appeal not out. Well, that's the first time since probably the second over that they've had a chance of a wicket here. The
Replay.
Finns.
See what happens.
Let's have a look here.
Oh,
Yeah,
outside,
leg. Pitched
outside
that leg.
Yeah, pitched outside leg. Didn't do enough. Yeah.
No.
Might have hit a second
Wow.
set, but
That's an appeal from a side that is
I think it's more in
struggling.
hope they wanted a wicket. It's good spin.
one
Good.
bounce. Oh, geez, that
Probably
was-
missed out there, Wickman. They just had to get about a metre further finer, and that runs away for 4.
Well, she did the old shucks with the old click of the gloves
Yeah.
there to say I should have put 4 in the bank there, but she didn't. Grace Harris and the Wickman-Harris partnership come together. And again, you can see Georgia Reddamay actually just having a chat. She's taking the glove off, but she's having a talk to Fuller.
I don't know if you noticed before, but she tried to pick the ball up with her right hand without the big glove on. She was trying to pick it up off the ground and couldn't. So it's an owie, that's for sure.
Change of bowler at the southern end.
I think Fuller's come down at
Carly
the...
Fuller, yeah.
So pretty good over there from Parsons, wasn't it?
Yeah, just was that full toss which got put away for 4, but
Yeah.
bowled some really good balls there. And whilst the LBW wasn't close, it was probably the first shout they've had for a while. So,
Long time. Yeah, just
Fuller,
been unlucky, haven't they? The Gold Coast Carol just catches just out of reach.
Yeah.
Just not quite there, and it's not to do with anything they've done wrong. It's just
Yeah,
lucky,
no,
lucky
it's
is
not for
here.
lack of effort, that's
No,
for sure.
that's for sure. Well, Harris here waits, and that's
well, that's
a swat. It's probably the first, I want to say, slot, but it was a cross-bat shot. First time we've seen that from Grace today.
I'm just looking at the cards from yesterday. So it was 2:15 opening stand yesterday for Western Suburbs, Harris and Wickman. And so, just followed up with 113, and still going on the next day.
Well, we're up to 428 or something. 328. 328. Crazy. Shortish ball. Lovely shot. Beats backward point.
Third man comes round.
Between the legs.
Has it gone? No.
No.
It could be a run out here. If they, probably the one mistake Wickman's made in this inning, she just kind of dozed off at the non-strikers then. And
poor Olivia Voss there just didn't get down to that one. Straight. Bit of tunnel ball. Brad Tellon, if you're listening.
Went for the helicopter rather than the gradual plane landing there. Sort of did a lot late then. And had to drop the body height very quick. But I think there's another big shot coming from Harris. I think she's eyeing off those trees over mid-wicket where Felissa Kimmins is.
Mid-on and Cowra back.
There it goes, yep.
Well, there's 4. Straight along the grass just behind square leg.
That got to the rope really quickly. For everybody watching on TV, it wasn't an optical illusion.
Yeah, Carly.
There was a fair bit of pace on Fuller's bowling there, and I think Harris wanted to put that over mid-wicket on the fly, but she sort of got the bottom half of it and dragged it behind square. But I feel like she's going to be trying to pepper this short side.
Yeah, Carly Fuller needs to change the rate. She's going between middle and leg and it's being punished. That's a better line. It's going to go for 4 though.
Tess Wheeler, that's 4, yeah.
But it needs to be on the offside. It's the longer boundary just to this the clubhouse side. And Carly Fuller, 4 instead of 6, if that's any consolation. Pitching it on mid-off.
We talked about like when Harris is cutting, and it's very hard to bowl to her because it basically means option sort of C. She's pouncing and scoring off when they're bowling wide, and she's cutting backward at point as Fuller comes in. Oh, she smacked that one as well. That's going to beat the field.
Well, it's going to beat, yeah. They weren't too far apart either. And there are a couple of whippets out there in the deep. 4 more, signalled by Nathan James. And they're looking at a big total here now, the Finns.
Yeah, I feel like it'd be tough out there for the Dolphins and their leadership group. I said you bowl straight and she flicks you over mid-on or mid-wicket. You bowl a bit wide. If you miss your length, she's cutting it. As I said, when Grace Harris gets in this sort of mode, it's where can I bowl this ball?
It's brutal. Late, straight to point. No, it's cool. I think that's the end of the over. I think what Carly Fuller needs to do, Michael, is as hard as it is, just different bowler every over, change the field every second ball, get somebody in there, a bit of yak, maybe put somebody on the square just to get in her eye line. Something they've got to mix it up a little bit. We talked about it in the first game, myself and Damien McKenzie, that they weren't doing enough to actually make the batsman think. At the moment, it's just a set field that they know well. They don't actually have to look around to see where the fieldsmen are. They know where they are. I think Carly Fuller just needs to mix it up and change the bowlers around. So,
speaking about knowing where things are, I'm glad I've still located the Tom Vivers Cup. It's currently deep mid-off in someone's hand, which seems to be filled with some sort of beverage.
Have you got a tracker on it?
No, I feel like that's knowledge I don't really need to know
where
about
it's been.
Where it ends up going.
Honeybees and
it's, as long as it comes back in one piece, which sometimes it doesn't.
Good luck.
As Parsons comes into Wickman.
Good
bowled.
Ball.
That's a good single. Ooh.
Not out, but Wickman jumped.
Bit casual, yeah, bit casual. I think she would have plonked the bat as well. Would have been a tough one because everything was right next to the umpy there. Yeah, she
there.
No, but I think she put her bat down.
I don't know. I don't think she did. Look, in the air.
Lost the bail.
Still out. She's out.
I thought at one point she put the bat down, though.
She did when she landed, but by then the stumps have been hit.
Yeah.
There?
She's out.
It's out.
Nice, toughy, those ones.
Well, anyway, as I said, the Finns just unlucky at the moment.
Yep.
Off the back foot, finds mid-off, no run.
I thought she plonked and then she jumped a bit.
That's probably what the umpire thought as well, Michael. That's why she's still there.
Yeah.
We had the benefit. Let's do that old cliche. We have the benefit of replays.
No.
Easy for us to say up here. What else can I chuck out?
Quality coverage.
It's an easy peasy match from up here.
Breeze starting to pick up, and I do believe every time there's a new competition manager, they change the afternoon wind to whoever that might be. And it's now the Michael Wright Doctor starting to come in at 3 o'clock this afternoon. Used to be the Michael Fisher Doctor.
Those flags are definitely flapping.
Off the back foot. That's a lovely shot, late. To cover. Just the one.
Oh, it could be overthrows here.
There is overthrows.
And yeah, I think the wheels have sort of come off a little bit after probably that period since that big 30 run over from Harris or Flynn. It's been a tough sort of 6 overs. I think they're on about 40 at that stage on the 7 over mark, and they've scored.
Well, you can hear. You can't hear it out there. The chat.
They scored close to 90 runs in the last 5-6 overs. Oh, that's crunched.
That's 2 bounces to 4 over. Mid off. Grace Harris. Yeah, you can't hear the chat. They were lively in the field, weren't they, for the first 12. 10 overs, last 2.5 overs.
Parsons is doing pretty well here, though. They've only got 7 off her, so.
Yeah, it's just that, against a class player, just that one bad ball as Parsons comes into Harris.
Full toss. It will be a no ball. It's called by Farrell, and that'll go down for a single.
You can put that one down to me.
Yes, Carol Weigel pulls out a gem of a commentator's curse there. Yeah. She's been bowling really well, so she's got a no ball. You know what? It'll go for 6 as well, so that'll really ruin you.
Gives Wickman a chance to free the shoulder. She's played a very measured and high quality inning. She gets a free hit here off the spinner, so see what she does here.
Wickman waits. That's a foolish ball on the leg stump.
And Remmay's got to chase this.
She's going to underarm it.
And she can't throw.
There it is.
Yeah. Somebody they need to be more aware of what she can't do, the other Gold Coast players, because there's been a couple of times where if she'd had someone close to her, she could have just popped it up to them.
So none for 136 after 13, and the opening partnership of Wickman and Harris continues to be the hardest wicket to get in women's Premier Cricket going around at the moment.
Yeah, they're doing.
You get one against Western in with a show.
They're having some kind of weekend, Wickman and Harris. Sounds like a law firm. Harris on 90.
I don't think Grace Harris probably gets nervous 90s.
I reckon it's the nervous 10s. She doesn't get to 10. She struggles in, and after that, it's
I feel like I think it might be. If I hit 2, I'm there. Kimmins comes back on, and they need a big over here from Kimmins, just to get a couple of dots. Oh,
gee.
What was that?
No, I think just firmly hit from Wickman, and good effort from Kimmins, but I don't think she got anything on it. But
I think you hit the nail on the head there, Michael. Right, Wickman is just the timing's been exceptional. She's hit everything out of the middle of the bat. It doesn't go as far as high as Grace Harris, but it's just been a glorious innings with all the shots. Terrific display. It's gone down leg side. That's George Redmayne's happy because that hit the left glove.
She probably makes it worse on herself, remember, because she keeps up to the stumps to everyone, and it doesn't give her that little bit of time for the ball to lose a bit of oomph and length of catch. When you're up to the stumps, the hands get a bit of a.
It hasn't slowed down much, has it?
Oh, this could be a run out here. Oh, the first. They were crisp in that first sort of 6-7 overs, and it's kind of dropped off there. I reckon the way they were fielding the power play, that's a run out there.
And Carly Fuller was not really backing up there either with the throw, assuming that the fielder was going to take that softly. You just got to remember some things aren't fielded properly. You need to be aware, as this one's gone to the deep. Another single fielded out there by Tara Wheeler. Yeah, they'll have to. They need to lift here in the last 6.5 overs, but the only thing they can really lift them is a breakthrough. They need the breakthroughs. Wickman again crouches, waits. Boulder gets the breakthrough to Delissa Kimmins. The partnership of 3 million has been broken, and she's on her way, Wickman. But what an outstanding innings. We talk about a commentator's curse, Carol Weichel. I put one on her. I said she was batting well. I don't know whether there was an inside edge or came off the pad, but regardless, she's on her way. And Delissa Kimmins strikes.
Probably there to be hit. She might have just tried to hit it a bit too hard and missed it and off the pads and into the stumps. Hard to fault a very good innings, but a big breakthrough there. And we'll see how the Dolphins go from here and see if they can just try and right the ship as it's rather hot out there, and Grace Harris is getting a wet towel, and it is a tough tough afternoon, and to play 2 games in a weekend. It's a great effort from Harris and Co to be backing up again with runs. So see what the breakthrough can do. We talked about Eliza Flynn's efforts in the final last year, where they went from about 1 for 210 to all out for 230.
Here we go, Michael. I think this gets the left leg out of the way. And
Yeah.
then cannons into the back pad and onto the stumps.
Yeah, just probably tried to overhit it and just missed it. And
You bowl full and straight, Michael Wright, you've got a chance. And that's what the Lisa Kimmins did right there.
so they're gone probably elevated Courtney Sipple here, bit more power from Sipple, and keen to keep it going west. So they've
Left-hander, that's whipped off the pad, a quick single.
Might-
Come off the pad.
might make it a bit of a challenge. The old left-right combination of Sipple and Harris. We sort of made the comment in the earlier game in the men that Toombul didn't really have too many left-handers, so it was all right-handers, and sometimes having that different look can be very powerful. And Kimmins comes in, takes pace, and
That's gone. The security guard might have to get that one, the big fella.
pitched on the bank well, just between the posts.
Oh, it's like the Masters, isn't it?
6 points.
Courtney Sipple, actually, she was up in Bundaberg during the week. There's a lot of Sipples playing the Youth Cup. She was up there having a bit of a look. I think her mum's a coach.
Yeah, another big family, and from that region, and plenty of talent. She has a brother who plays for Western Suburbs, and
they're everywhere. The Sipples.
all seem to be very good fielders. I've seen a lot of run-outs from Sipples, and great arms and lots of talent here. So I said I think it might be a challenge. So now with Thompson at this end, you've got a left-hander who has that short side on their leg side now. So if Sipple gets a ball, she can get underneath. It's a sort of chip shot to that eastern boundary. And you can't just think that no one's going to hit it on that side, but now you've got a lefty up there. Makes it a bit tougher. And to be honest, I think she'll probably target that as well. I think if she gets anything she can chuck her hands at, she'll probably try and drag it to mid-wicket, wide mid-on.
Thompson bowled her second over, number 13 off her first, so not economical yet, but she's bowling to a new batsman. She might be able to get a breakthrough. They need wickets to slow this run rate down, although Grace Harris doesn't seem to realise she has a new partner, because she hasn't stopped doing what she's been doing all match. As Thompson comes in, Sipple, slower ball, nicely played. Just the one to mid off.
I think, as I said, it's been tough. This could be tough little period for Dolphins, and I get the impression there's a few different views on the field out there. A few captains having a say of where everyone needs to go, and sometimes they're the toughest times when you've chased a bit of leather and things aren't going your way. Just need a couple of overs. It can be pulled back. You never know in games, and just need a couple of tight overs, and obviously the big wicket of Harris would be something which would change that. So,
well,
can't give up in a big game like this. Got to keep going.
Harris waits again. The field changed a little bit. She missed
Yeah,
time that one.
They don't have a lot of batting after about 4, so West.
I said yesterday, Sipple at 3, Furling was at 4.
Harris again waits for Tom, takes a few steps out. That's gone big. There's a chance in the deep. Wheeler drops it. Need to pick up and cut it down to 2. That's a great throw into the bowler's end, but yeah, Tara Wheeler, I thought she had that, Michael, right?
Yeah, she moved well, and
she was there, but
yeah, it's one of those things you got to take the chances, and it's usually why Grace Harris is probably so dominant at our Premier level as Thompson comes in. It's a wide.
Coming down a lot quicker than she expected. I think it hit her in the stomach before she knew what was going on there.
If you give Grace Harris a chance, I think she's going to make you pay. So whereas probably 9 times out of 10 they're taking that at the WNCLW.
Oh, so she's going to make you pay it on 99.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So we're in for in for some carnage. So Grace Harris registers 200 in a T20.
It's 150 for Wests.
Harris is on 99. Centurion yesterday. As Thompson comes in.
Oh, how's it going on? Another balk.
What am I going to bowl is what she's thought.
Yeah.
I'm going to do... Hang on a second. I'll go back and think about this.
Changed her mind there.
Changed the mind. She's on 99. Yeah, I think you're right, Michael, right? Nothing worries or nervous 90s for Grace Harris. It's not like you can bring the field in to make her, scared about getting the 100. She'll probably get it with a 6. There you go.
Could be a catch.
One hand, 4 runs. Grace Harris brings up her 100. Well batted Grace Harris. It goes on the back of her ton yesterday against Sandgate, and Grace Harris brings up 100 off 54 deliveries. Was it a chance though?
Yeah, went with one hand. Probably could have had 2. It was hit hard and flat, and having just put her down,
She catches that, and you've got 2 players with broken hands for them.
Yeah, I think Wheeler might want to.
I was just going to say, Michael, they switched the fieldsman now because and it's all to do with confidence, isn't it?
Yeah, I said feeling his confidence, and when you put one down, it's natural to think, oh no, I've missed this one.
Yeah, it's cruel to leave there. You say, oh, you got to learn, but this is the final.
Oh, she's going.
This one's going to
go
big. Here's a chance and drops.
No.
Put her down.
This time it's Eliza Flynn. Grace Harris
And
trying
now-
her best. She wants to have a break. She's throwing some catches out there, but they're just too hard, Grace. A bit higher. Anyway, they crossed.
The Dolphins outfielder getting angrier and angrier.
Sipple. Yeah, waiting for Thompson.
Oh, gee, she nearly had control of that.
Simple. Ticks it over.
Now to Wheeler. Picks it up. Nicely done. Throws it back in.
It can be a bit contagious sometimes, and it rubs off. But
We saw that with Toombul, didn't we? End of the over.
Harris does hit the ball hard, but it's 2 best sides in a final. You probably want to take those chances. And
23 off her 2 overs for Thompson's. She may have a breather. Alyssa Kimmins is probably not going to bowl again. They'll save her for the death, which I
I don't know.
wonder about that. She's going to bowl the last over when they're close to 220, or do you bring her in now and try and get Harris out so that total may come up short of 200?
yeah, it's
A tough call for Carly Fuller.
Yeah, I feel like Grace Harris is keen just to keep hitting. I'm sure there's another chance to come. Bowling a Kimmins isn't a bad shout. Trying to get her out and
Wide. Yeah, I think it's if they let her bat the 20, it's not going to be pretty. They'll be getting somewhere near what they scored yesterday, I think. Mike, what was the total yesterday? 230.
234 from my last memory. I'll check again. No, I might have robbed them. Yeah, 233. Sorry, 233.
234 was the
233.
total. So that's somewhere where they'll be looking at. Now, what have we got? 4 overs left after this one. Anything could happen with Grace Harris. Anyway, Sybil comes out of a crease, turns that into a full toss, pushes it down to mid-on for just the 1, brings Harris on strike.
So we have Parsons bowling to Grace Harris on 104 with the short boundary on the leg side. So a lot of pressure on Parsons here. If she misses with anything, it's probably going on to Rayley-Mill Oval. So
Yeah, well, there's 6 sitting ducks underneath that tree over there. If she doesn't get it right, one of them's going to drop. Here we go.
well bowled.
Well, that is
bowled.
well bowled. That's
Yeah.
pushed Harris back
Yeah.
and made a play on the offside. Well bowled.
I don't have binoculars. I feel like that could be a sister at the mid-wicket boundary on the hill there.
Could be. And the white.
And that's
That's
for
gone
6.
wide of everybody.
Yep. That's run
Nathan
away.
James
that ball.
has gone 6. The Grace Harris soldiers on.
And Alyssa Kimmins signalled that for him from
There you go.
her view.
That's Laura Harris there, Wallace.
Okay.
That's your hat next to it too.
Yeah,
Michael.
no, a good vision from here.
Yeah.
Looks like.
Is that Laura?
Yeah,
Looks like
it's
her.
Laura,
Yeah,
yeah.
with the glasses, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, like I said, looks like you'll have that straw boater.
Some big names on the field and in the crowd.
Well done.
Had
Well done, camera. You're on it.
Had a quality WBL campaign, Laura Kimmins, and
Lost the ball.
I think they got it back, coming back. Yeah, just ran away down the track a bit there, but
Look at the groundsman find it. There you go.
it was
Somebody woke him.
It was quite fun to watch all the reverse hits and switches and ramps which Laura Kimmins pulled off, and
Tries to smack that
come back
past
there.
point.
Come back.
Ball.
Oh, jeez. Don't think Parsons is wanting that throw in the dirt from point with no one backing up.
There's some pretty super eye-hand coordination genes in the Harris family, that's for sure.
That is a great
Long,
shot.
big, and six more. And that fieldsman out there, that probably, if she was standing there, may have been a catch, but it was going so hard and flat and fast, nobody's going to get to it in time. Bang. See, she's had to run maybe 20 metres, but regardless,
Yeah,
if she
that
had
would
to
have
try to
been,
catch, she would have taken her over the line.
Might have been a lost ball.
as you were saying, John, if all she had to do was think, oh, here it comes, that might have been
yeah.
that might not have been enough time to get your hands up.
No. So,
Umpy's come to find a replacement ball as it sort of skipped over the fence and went to the car park near the Albion Trots, and so Queensland cricket legend in Rod Rocket Rice is helping out today, and he brings out a set of balls for the umpies to pick out. I remember we added the some of the T20s fixtures here, and also the one day final October. At various points in those games, I think the umpies had probably like 2 spare balls each with them out there. They're like, there's that many going on the roof. Just throw that one back in.
Kimmett's
like
coming from the other end.
kids in a lolly shop just filled them.
I think I had a Sunday game here where I think I had 5 trips up onto the roof of Queensland Cricket Office to retrieve balls from.
Well, there's one there now I can see. Is that one I can see there?
Yeah,
Sitting on top of the-
Yeah,
there's
that's
probably
one
2.
from-
There's one which has stayed there, which you can't get because it's right at the front, and there's one which was there from today's game, which is further back. So I think someone might have ducked up to get that one today. It was in a retrievable spot, whereas the ones at the front there, unless you want to walk across rather thin roofing, you can't quite get it as Kimmins comes in to Sipple here.
Yeah, she's coming from the northern end, and that one's been
Well,
dripping on the grass.
she's pretty good at hitting that sort of, very full Yorkerish length Kimmins, and just bowls a heavy ball, which is very hard to get under, and at this level it's proven tough to get away. So I think she's probably trying to do the same for Harris, but she might try and be a little bit straighter because she'd probably love to get her out and just get someone else in.
All right.
Is this Flynn down here, John, who just got that ball?
I'm not sure.
Fielded
that
that
might be-
ball?
Yeah, Flynn's out deep
Yeah.
mid-on, yeah. She's doing mid-on to mid-on, I
Yeah,
think.
she's tough.
Still
Flynn,
running straight at it. Good on her.
So Kimmins to Grace Harris. Getting the Harrises mixed up here. She's tough to work out who Laura would be going for. Grace Harris. Ready made behind the stumps.
Well, they have a pretty handy backyard game of cricket during the festive season.
Yeah, I'm guessing that they're not the last ones picked. Like drunken Uncle John in the corner. You get him last, but yeah.
Hope they've got lots of nieces and nephews to go for the ball.
Balls, there'll be a few missing. That's
Well, it's good over here from
yeah.
Kimmins.
I wonder why she didn't bowl earlier, especially when the new batsman was. She just got a wicket, keep her on, because if anything, to slow down the run rate, she mightn't take the wicket of Grace Harris, but just to slow it down. Right arm over, foolish ball. That's been square drive, straight out into the deep. It's going to be fielded by Roxanne Thompson.
We'll be thinking that they'll be chasing a few Dolphins, and with Redmayne perhaps a bit hampered with that hand.
Yeah.
I'd probably be looking to. I feel like Kimmins might need to go up the order and give them a bit of firepower at the top.
Totally agree with that one.
That's smacked.
Smacked her on. That's going too hard and too fast. That'll beat both fieldsmen for 4. Just too much curry on that from Grace Harris. She just hits the ball so hard and so fast and flat that really you've got to be within 5 metres of where you're fielding to stop it. That's the end of the Delissa Kimmins over. The score is now 1 for 177. We still have 3 overs to go. And they will go past 200. It's just a matter of how far past.
Grace Harris batting at around about 200.
Yeah, she's having an off day today, Grace.
I feel like if she gets another 40, or I think it's 38 or so, she'll click over 1,000 runs in the first grade comp this year, including.
She's only played 4 games.
Yeah. This is her 12th dig.
Oh, right.
So she'll clip past 1,000 and join the company of Nathan McSweeney, who did it in the men's competition last weekend and racked up 1,000 runs. But she's got. This is her third 100. And just to go with that, she got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 50s.
Wow.
And she had a bad day in round 2. She got 14.
They must have thought about dropping her after that.
She'd get 3 for 46 though off 10 with the ball.
Did she in the same game when she got 14?
Yeah.
Really? Well, this is the other factor to consider as well, Michael. The bowling ability of Grace Harris is also quite exemplary. So it's not going to be easy for the Dolphin.
Especially
Won't be
when
the last of Grace Harris, I don't think.
Especially when she's had a big time with the bat.
Yeah, I don't know whether she'll feel like bowling.
So I think it's around, in the 960 odd runs, averaging around 138 for first grade this year. So she needs to get another, 16 runs to keep her average.
I'm sure she's well aware of that. Harris again waits. That's a slower ball. It's been. Here's a single. I think she's safe.
Yeah, they've hit the stumps, that's for sure.
Yeah. Oh, there's nothing wrong with the accuracy of these the Finn throwers, but just catching's let them down a little bit. Uh-oh. Safe. Got a foot just over the line. Why aren't these batsmen sliding their bat?
I don't
Michael,
know.
right?
If they were doing it in my team, I'd
Yeah.
be letting them know. I'm not. Voss comes in to siffle.
Left-hander, and that's a
Oh,
slash.
that's a great bit of work. Just slid her toe back in, but busted hand and all.
Yeah.
She's put in a great shift, Georgia Redmayne.
It's still a reflex there, Michael, isn't it?
Yeah.
Even though your finger's hurting, you hit and you go. I reckon halfway through her doing that, this is going to hurt.
I think
Can't pull it
sometimes you forget about it and you just do it. But she dragged a little bit, but ooh.
Maybe the magic numbing sauce.
That's another tough one, I reckon.
foot
That's
in the air.
those replay ones.
Continue on. Sybil's maxed that one to mid-off. Just a single.
They love jumping out of the way of the throw.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Got pads on and a ball. They just get in the way of it.
Voss has probably been the pick of the bowlers here today for the Finns.
If she started well at the top, and you look back and you go, I still think that first or second over, Kimmins bowl into a Harris with a new ball might have been a different look.
Harris waits.
That's 4.
Whips that over backward square leg. One bounce into the.
The paling bites the dust.
Yeah, the palings. Well, they'll be all wiped out.
Yep.
Before too long, Michael. When does that all take place?
I think it's around April, sort of
Yeah.
once this very, very long season finishes. There'll be a bit of refurb, but
I think the best thing to do is actually just bring a childcare centre out here, and they'll just destroy that fence in 5 minutes. Buggers.
or get the crew which seems to take the university's fence.
That's the old
stu-
colleges.
Yeah.
That one. Well, that's just been smashed. Square leg umpire is very smart, and Steve Farrell, I'm not going to stand at square. I'll stand at point instead. That would have hit him right in the right shoulder.
Faz got good hands. He used to keep back in his day.
I don't care how good Faz was. He would
might have plucked
stopped
one.
that one.
But I feel like Gold Coast probably thinking, can we have another fielder out? Like, can we put someone there?
Yeah, 4's not enough.
Can there be a rule that we get a 5th fielder for Grace Harris? But she's.
But we've seen it happen in the last 5 or 6 weeks. Just one player maybe 2 in the men's, obviously, Christine. You just don't know where to bowl to players when they're in form like that. Grace Harris is just both sides. Along the grass, late cuts on the offside, and then we've got the onside has been peppered. The fence has been covered and crossed 3 or 4 times. It's just amazing what she can do on both sides of the wicket now, Grace Harris. I was just saying to Carol Michael when you were off air that she's a different player when she first started. She was all big hits all over mid-wicket, but now she's got the ability to roll along the grass. And I thought I'd say that to you while you got a mouthful of jubes there. So, she certainly progressed, and she's not that old, is she, Carol? She's got another 10 years of cricket in her, at least. Right arm around the wicket. That's been swatted. It's going to fall 1 bounce short into the deep. As Sipple goes on to 8. As Carly Fuller starts her final over. None for 34 so far.
Every time Georgia Redmayne catches those balls, my eyes water a little bit.
You talked about some of there's been some big players in our T20 comps, whether it be the men's or women's in the last few weeks. Star, like Lynn and Bryant and Georgia Vole a few weekends ago as Fuller comes into Harris.
Harris pulls away a little bit.
And obviously Harris in this weekend and throughout the course of the season when she's played. But it's just a great spectacle for our women's competition here. Like to have a finals weekend, the 2 semis yesterday where Harris and Wickman, Beth Mooney amongst the runs, and Wickman and Harris doing it again today, and to be on AB Field, it's been a great show as Fuller comes into Harris. And
Ramp.
the ramp.
Georgia Redmayne just got out of there. She saw somebody throw a grenade at her and the pin was out.
I don't know if she got much on it because, that's if you
they're
had
going to run 3.
If you had a busted hand, I really don't want Grace Harris to ramp one into it.
No. I don't think I've ever seen Grace Harris do a ramp shot. Just quickly.
I feel like I'm sure she would be getting tired hitting all these 6s and 4s, and she's probably going, well, maybe I better use some pace and just hit behind the wicket because I've been smacking them in front of the wicket.
I'll take your word for it.
Nice effort there in the field to chase that one down.
Yeah, they did run 3. It brings Sipple back on strike. And she's put that one high in the air. Fuller's underneath it, and she will take the catch, and that is the end of Sipple, and they get a wicket to the Gold Coast Dolphins, albeit a bit too late, but Harris is still out there, but well bowled in the end there by Carly Fuller.
Did it herself.
Yep.
Went pretty high and good take, and after a tough little stint in the field, sometimes those can be a bit tough, and we've been having a few thoughts in the head after some teammates putting catches down, and to take it's a good way to close out there. So Gold Coast is hoping they can try and limit the damage a little bit. A few cute dots. If Harris wasn't able to face too many between now and the end of the 20th, they could keep him to 200, which would be a big bonus. But if Harris faces most of the 20th over, it's probably going to be around 220.
Cross just now. So brings Harris on the strike. 133 off 67, do you mind? 6 balls, legitimate balls left in this innings, but Harris is on strike. They've crossed. I think Megan Dixon is new batsman.
8 balls left, Yep, Megan Dixon non-strikers left.
Harris, can she bat all the way through the innings? Just a little dab there to backward point. Ooh, you don't want to be throwing that into your wicket keeper with a busted head.
I seriously thought she would have said, "Don't throw it to me unless you have to." But
totally.
maybe she's just such a pro that she's like, "No, we'll keep doing it. I'm going to keep going through this." So, bloody good job from Redmayne. It'd be sore.
Well, again, foolish ball. That one's going to go over the top of wide mid wicket.
Just a bit
come
too
back
short.
for 2. Here's a chance. Throw goes wide. A direct hit was out. Dixon makes her ground.
I feel like you had that one again, you might have taken the single and had Harris on first ball for the 20th over, but I guess they'll just back the runs, and maybe Dixon looking to get a single and get off strike and see if Harris can approach 150.
This is the final over, so 194 should get past the 200 unless there's a wicket, and that being of Harris, you would think they may stop the 200, but I don't think so.
Another good over from Carly Fuller in the context of this game.
You'd It is current.
Only
yeah,
6
spot on.
runs off it and a wicket. So
So Megan Dixon will take strike.
she hit 100 last season, I think.
Yeah, I feel like she'd be one of the players who's probably really keen to be back in Brisbane and Queensland. Like what she went away with the WBBL in the squad as I think maybe a replacement player and didn't get to see any action and sort of watched a lot of cricket. So I think for as professionals and just cricketers in general, like you love to be playing and whilst it would have been great to be down there and part of the tournament, you'd always love to be on the field. So I'm sure she's keen for a big back half and playing in finals like this. Is a great way to start that and.
Townsville product, right?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, there's
There's 2 of them.
2 of them. Yeah, there's
Sisters, I mean.
very big indoor background.
Yep.
Played for Australia, I'm pretty sure, in indoor cricket.
Yeah, I think
Parsons.
I think I
That's one's a
interviewed her
full
last
toss.
year.
She's
Or
put that one for
maybe
4 or for Noe.
Yeah, called a no ball by square leg. Sorry, Carol.
No, you're right.
And definitely sort of shot to notice a few years ago with her bowling. She had a couple of big games in finals for Western Suburbs, and the batting's got batting's got better and better.
What's happened here?
She thinks she may have bowled 4 already.
No, I thought it
According to
was 3.
scores, no. So they're checking their notes, and both of them use crayons.
Parsons.
So it's probably not real clear.
4. No, this is her 4th.
Oh, now I wonder if that's how many full tosses has Parsons bowled. I thought it was supposed to be in the same over, though, isn't it? You've got to bowl, if you bowl 2 full tosses in an over, you're taken out of the attack. Well, she's been taken out of the attack here for that reason.
Full tosses.
Anything above the waist, Michael Wright. Isn't that the rule? But I thought it had to be in the same over. And I don't think she's bowled 2 in this one over because she's only bowled 1 ball. So they've got to find another bowler. Extraordinary here in the last over here in the Katherine Raymont Shield final. Parsons has been taken out of the attack after bowling a no ball. And it wasn't that bad.
Yeah, I remember the one earlier. But yeah.
Well, they were checking their notes, and I thought it might have been about the overs she'd bowled, but obviously you can't bowl 2 in a game.
This was her 4th over, so that's not the problem.
No, this must have been the second time in the game. Wow.
So unexpectedly.
So who's
Looks
has
like
to bowl the
Flynn.
other 5? And now hang on a second, she's got to bowl the ball. It's a free hit.
Yeah.
Gee, that's a bit cruel.
Guess the probably silver lining is she's bowling to Megan Dixon and not Grace Harris on 135. See if Flynn can close out.
Good on her.
Puts it up high as a chance. It's obviously
come
not going
on.
to be out. Drops it.
Put that one down.
Regardless, but still confidence. You'd need that to be taken for the rest of the field. But anyway, that brings Harris on strike.
I'm just thinking Flynn just deserves one. How terrible to be called on unexpectedly to bowl the last over.
And to Grace Harris.
Yeah.
Is she going to get to 150? She's got
Maybe.
She's got
Five balls to go.
5 balls and
Five
needs
30.
15 runs.
Takes a deep breath. Eliza Flynn comes in from the southern end. Grace Harris waits.
Why not Thompson?
Pushes
I wonder.
that. Because Thompson said no.
I think Thompson might have been involved in that conversation. I think her and Fuller sort of went
okay.
towards the umpy and
All right.
yeah, with not being out there, unsure, but last over and
Oh, well, they get a single. Brings
Oh.
Dixon on strike. So 201 now for Western Suburbs. Flynn throws the
Lovely
hands, and that
shot.
goes over extra cover, and that will go for 4. Knows how to hit the ball too, does Megan Dixon.
yes.
Lovely bit of timing over extra cover.
Just a matter of inches this game, isn't it? It's just
You spot on, Cal. Spot on. A number of catches that have just gone to fingertips rather than palms.
A lovely
as the coaching brains trust for the Gold Coast looking wondering.
What happened?
Well, I don't know. It looks like they.
Category 5 Cyclone Harris.
Yeah.
Smacks that one. Got a finger on there, did Flynn. Just a single. Oh, brings Harris on the strike with 2 balls to go in the innings.
Not very good at body language, but I think they were saying, well, if we put somebody over there, she'll just hit it over there. So.
Well, she's human. She may miss time one.
Yeah.
At the moment, she's Herculean in the last 2 knocks. She's been out once.
And
Harris.
doing it 2 days in a row, it's just something.
Wide. Trying to go through for a single, but takes her off strike. No.
Oh, she's
Harris comes back.
Oh,
Red
Georgia
Mane.
Redmayne.
Throws a bit of razzle
the
dazzle.
replay of that entire ball is rather eventful.
The tunnel ball.
Harris comes down the wicket.
I've never seen Grace Harris take on a field like that for a 2. But anyway, she wants to get on strike.
A miss, like a very hard miss stumping in
Here we
regards.
go.
Grace turns and says yes.
And then
Ready,
here
mate.
she comes.
Tunnel ball.
No.
Looked ugly in the end there, but
Maybe-
nice effort.
Good to see
Maybe
it.
she'd had both hands.
Gone high, and that's going to
now this is
land
Redmayne.
straight down Georgia Redmayne's. And well batted Grace Harris. That's one of the best knocks you'll see. Yesterday was outstanding. So was today. And Grace Harris has been dismissed on the second last ball of the innings.
She looks rather tired.
She does. She may bowl. There's not a lot of steps in her run-up, but congratulations, Grace Harris. Well batted.
Good effort from Redmayne here. It's been a tough day for
I
her.
think somebody's going to have to go out there and help her back in.
She's done an amazing effort and shown that she's a proper pro.
Came back to play, yep.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody's mentioned it, but it's 32 apparently feels like 34 out there. So
Grace
it's
Harris dismissed for
hot.
136 off 71 deliveries. She scored 14 4s and 8 6s in her knock to go on the back of her 100 yesterday. So well batted. It brings Western Suburbs player out to the crease. That might be
Holly Furling.
Holly Furling.
Yeah.
They crossed, or did they? Yes, they did. So Holly Furling will be a non-striker.
Dixon will be on strike and Holly's just having a run. Unless it's a wide.
Get Harris into the shower, I reckon. Probably on some kind of IV. So she can get back out there.
Eliza Flynn, you said, Carol, it would be nice for her to get a wicket, and she's got one, and she's got that in Grace Harris. But that was, a shot of somebody who's fairly tired, but nonetheless, she's got the wicket. Foolish tossed.
Flynn, of course, the one who got taken apart in the 10th over by Harris, or the 8th over,
And that's
by
the
Harris for 30.
And that is the end of the innings. 3 for 210. 211 required by Gold Coast to take the title, the T20 title, off Western Suburbs, and that is the end of what has been a crazy 20 overs. The first 5 overs, very quiet there by the Western Suburbs. A couple of chances went down, then all of a sudden all hell broke loose. Wickman and Harris teaming up in a 200-run partnership, and they've come up with a fantastic total here. If you can run this down, it should be a beauty. Michael Wright, can they run this down? Georgia Redmayne injured. Grace Harris tired. Can she bowl any overs? What's the story?
Georgia Redmayne needs some good painkillers, and you never know. Batting injured can sometimes be the tonic, and I think her and Delissa Kimmon's probably got to go big and take up the majority of that 211 if they're a chance. So.
Carol Weichel, yes. What do you think?
Who did Redmayne open with yesterday?
Wheeler.
Yep, because Wheeler was very good, and Wheeler's dropped a couple today, so she might feel like she's got something to make up for. So you never know. She did very well yesterday. So, but it'll be a cracker, whatever happens next.
All right, we'll take a break for about 8 minutes. We'll come back here for the second innings. This is the Kookaburra Katherine Raymont T20 final here, live from Allan Border Field. We'll take your company up in about 8 minutes' time. Back soon. The umpires, Nathan James and Steve Farrell, have made their way back out in the middle of Allan Border Field here. This is the last 20 overs of the T20 competition in the Katherine Raymont Shield for 2021. And what a total has been set. 211 required from Gold Coast after Western Suburbs. You can see it on your screen there. Grace Harris going absolutely Burko, 136 off 71. And I can't help but thinking, Carol Weichel, that Delissa Kimmins has to do something similar if she opens. But I see George Redmayne's got the gloves on. But anyway, your thoughts?
I think they're going to stick with Redmayne and Wheeler. And Gary Lovett's been talking to and throwing balls at Wheeler all the break. So I'm thinking here he's having a big chat with Redmayne, and he's explaining to them that Wheeler's going to have to do most of the work, I suspect. If Redmayne can just hang in there for as long as she can, I don't know, she's lost a fingernail, right? So that cannot be pleasant.
Well, it's still on, but that's where a little bit of the blood has come from.
Yeah.
I was downstairs, the medico had the gloves on and all that sort of stuff, so
So
gutsy effort.
Her inner gloves, when she was wicket keeping, were apparently that finger was all bloody. So it's this is a gutsy effort here from Georgia Redmayne. No doubt about that. So this will be great to watch. A great warrior, Georgia Redmayne. So we'll see how she goes. But yeah, as you said, mighty effort this weekend from Grace Harris, 200s. And I think Wickman just there, might have been Wickman that hit her, just there checking how she's feeling, Georgia Redmayne. But she's probably just like, it's fine.
Yeah.
Well, you can't tell the opposition captain that she's wrecked you. So
Yeah, 38 off 33 from Annie Wickman, another big partnership to get things underway for Western Suburbs. Delissa Kimmins, 1 for 25 of her 4. The pick of the bowls.
You asked me about Delissa Kimmins, John, and I don't know, she hasn't batted much lately, but I guess it's not like she's forgotten how.
No.
So.
And she doesn't generally open. You have mentioned she has opened the batting before, as we see.
Yeah. The very familiar sight of Holly Furling preparing to bowl.
From the northern end.
So strap yourselves in, folks. This is going to be
Look
something.
George Redmayne has decided to open the batting. She's wearing number 61 shirt, so she may obviously change that.
Yeah.
She's at the...
Well, that's the one she was wearing yesterday, so...
Okay. So the field at the moment, we got backward square leg and a third man on the rope as Holly Furling's about to come into bowl to Georgia Redmayne from the northern end. And that's hit the thigh pad. No run.
And they're up and about west. They can smell the chum in the water.
Yes, they can. Yes, they can. There's Holly Furling, as Carol mentioned, well, you probably don't know because she said it off air, but had a good outing against the Gold Coast last time, did you say?
Yeah, so she bowled her 4 overs, didn't get a wicket, but they only got 13 off her, so that'll be disheartening if she has that kind of success here today.
So Furling, foolish ball, and that's been late cut. That might go over the fence. No, it's going to find the fieldsman a backward point.
And Redmayne takes her right hand off the bat because owie.
For those who just joined, George Redmayne was wicket keeping, and we can't remember whether it was Grace Harris or Annie Wickman.
I think it was Wickman.
Had a slash at a ball and late cut, and ended up clipping the finger of George Redmayne, and then a couple of other flicks of the stumps with the same finger has caused a little bit of pain, but she's gone out there and opened the batting. She's at the non-strikers end as Tara Wheeler will face the first ball, her first ball against Furling from the Brothers Rugby end. Bit of bounce there, a bit of pace.
Hope she wasn't planning to do any day surgery tomorrow, Georgia Redmayne, because that's not happening.
No, I think it's probably take 2 of these and come back and see me in a week.
That's right.
That'll be $90.
Yeah. Oh dear. This is sport at its best today.
Yeah, they don't want too many 1-run overs. That's a wideish ball. It's gone into the gloves and hit the gloves nice and hard too. There of Lola Proctor.
After you've watched Redmayne keep, it's very strange to see a keeper standing back at a normal length.
Yeah, feeling getting some pace there. She's probably 2/3 of the way back to the inner circle. There's Proctor. It's furling again, and that one's finds the inside edge to short mid wicket for no run. So Furling being very tight. Good over so far. We in the past, many years ago, I can always recall Holly Furling probably buying 1 or 2 wides in the first over, and usually gets 1 or 2 wickets also in the first over. But
bag of all sorts.
yeah,
but
she's on song today. That's a wideish slash outside the off stump. Well bowled, Holly Furling. That's the end of the first over, just 1 run off it.
Yeah, I think Furling just these days she's taken a bit of pace off after coming back from that injury or that most recent back injury, and so she's focusing more on accuracy. Not that it's not still pretty clippy.
Yeah. No, I think at one point she was running in. Her run up was the problem. She was a little bit wobbly on the way in, but now she's done a lot of work, especially on her leg strength, to keep herself stable to the crease, and it's paid off. Still hasn't given up aspirations to wear the green and gold, as she did go on the Ashes tour a few years ago. It was a 19 or 20-year-old. Still part of the Big Bash, and I'm guessing looking for a start for the Queensland Fire next month.
Courtney Sipple here.
So Sipple, ready, main. Right arm over. Half an appeal from everybody except the keeper and bowler, which you probably do need to influence the umpire. But nonetheless, a bit of a shout from point.
That's right. Just practice.
Oh, yeah, everybody solo.
West's also started a bit slow, but of course now they've posted a massive total, so they're going to need over 10 and over eventually.
Comes for a walk outside the crease. There's Ready Main trying to get on with it, misses it. No run again as it goes into Proctor's gloves.
Just pace attack here from West, which you don't always see to start off in T20s anymore.
True.
Usually
Mix it up.
Yeah.
Sipple. That's been pulled behind square leg, and that will be for the first boundary of the innings as Ready Main gets underway. Don't know whether it would have hurt, but it would have felt good internally to get a boundary, and the run chase begins.
She's just got to not think about it too much, I guess. But that's easier said than done, I expect.
If you had a sore foot, you'd be happy just to keep hitting boundaries, but
Yeah.
a sore finger, it's a double whammy again. She waits that one. She just drops to her feet, but no run. As Tara Wheeler says, I'm not going down there. Non-strikers.
So I was thinking that maybe they just were getting Wheeler ready to be the main striker here, but I think what they've actually decided was to just go as normal as long as Redmayne can stand it.
Yeah, well, it was there to be hit, but Redmayne seems to be very hell-bent on...
Whoa!
Well, I think she could have reached that, sir.
Do you think that went over her head? Could have done.
Could have done. So that's a
Definitely above chest high, that one.
a wide ball call, so she'll have to do it again. Good bouncer, though.
Yeah.
Not bad. A little bit too high, but nonetheless testing her out.
They'd be better off getting low ones in there towards her hands.
Takes a bit of a step, flicks it off her pads down to fine leg. They'll think about 2, and they'll take on the throw. They'll take on the throw, and they will be successful. It's 2. As the background there, you can see the see they came through nice and quick. Yeah. Whoa! Look at that. Bit of a bump mid-air. Have a look at this, Carol. Umpires have something to say about this. Look at that, boing, and over she goes. Survives. Sipple again, coming into Redmayne. Takes one step out, smashes that to mid-off for no run. One bounce into the hands of the fielder, and that's the end of a over. 7 off it.
Is Grace Harris not on the field?
That's a very good question. Was she, when I went
Because
downstairs
I
before,
think-
she was, like I said, like a beetroot.
Yeah, I think this player here on the boundary is... Sorry, people, I'm pointing. 27 isn't on my list. Oh, no, it might be Olivia Hartland, actually, now that I think about it. So
I can't see Grace. They're not the greatest numbers. We've had this issue with the Gold Coast, with dark blue and
she's a pretty distinctive figure,
blue.
though. So.
Yeah. She may be not an extra cover, maybe.
Yeah,
Anyway,
keep an eye on that for you. 'cause
Furling, yep, in her second over, and that one's hit the pad and appeal and out. Furling strikes, gets the LBW. First ball of her second over, and the Finns have lost their first wicket. And she's on her way there as Tara Wheeler without scoring.
And she's having a dirty day. There's no doubt about that.
Well, Furling strikes. She's been on song. Pitched that one up and pushed it back into the crease, and Steve Farrell, no hesitation in putting the finger up, and the Finns lose their first. I'm not sure that might be Shelley. No,
Is that the skipper? Is that Fuller?
Carly Fuller, 21.
Yeah.
That was 27. So Carly Fuller will come out
She's-
and join the.
She's had an all right season as well with the bat, Carly Fuller. Done well against West a couple of times.
Well, I think George Redmayne's gone to stick that fist in a bucket of ice. Gutsy effort.
Just, she 24 off 25, I think, last time they played Fuller. And 47 off 36 the time before that. So
Fuller takes guard. Holly Furling was ready to come in, but give her a minute.
Fuller could play a good anchor for if Redmayne was fit, but yike.
Interesting enough, with the new batsman in the crease here, Holly Furling still has 2 outside the circle, a third man and a deep backward square leg. She comes in second ball. It's good carry into the gloves of Proctor. Wow. Some wheels up now as Furling.
Yep,
Said
pretty
bef-
happy about that wicket, I guess.
Yeah, grow an extra leg when you
Yep.
when you knock over the calibre of someone like George Redmayne, regardless of an injury. If you didn't know it had happened, you wouldn't have been any the wiser the way George Redmayne was taking on the Western Suburbs attack. A couple of big one pull shot anyway.
Back playing for a good Queensland side instead of being off with the Renegades.
Furling again, right arm over, and that's
Stars, sorry. I think she was with the Stars this year.
almost finds an edge.
Just amazing to watch. It's just fast.
It's a deep third man. Got point, cover, extra cover is actually halfway in, or 2/3 of the way in. Mid on, mid off, regulation, mid wicket, wideish mid wicket. Square leg, backward square on the fence. Furling comes in again, looking for another wicket. No ball, gets a free hit, front foot, no ball. So that gives Carly Fuller a license to kill.
Yeah, she might like to have a good swing at this one too, because she just doesn't want Furling to feel like she's got her pinned down like a butterfly.
She's looking around, so there's options everywhere in front of square on both sides. So what can Furling do? Suggesting a Yorker. Short ball. Hits it in the air, and that will be no run. Well bowled, Holly Furling. Maybe she was expecting the Yorker Fuller, but she got the chin music.
She had a bit of a hope in her heart that she could have caught and bowled that, I think, Holly Furling there for a second. Big follow through, like she's always had.
So Carly Fuller getting set now. Next, no free ball this time. Game on. Another no ball. Front foot again, Furling. Guilty.
She's standing.
Steve Farrell.
She's standing a long way up the up the pitch for this, Fuller.
Well, I'm looking at where Furling takes a run. There's more lines on there than on my face.
Yeah.
And I hope she's got the right one.
If they're looking at that from outer space, they'll think it's some sort of message.
Crop circles.
Yeah.
Free hit. Bowled. How disappointing for Holly Furling. She's given it to her too a little bit. Furling. Well. I'm still here, says Carly Fuller. Go back to your mark, Holly.
Yeah. Wow. We've seen the bails split a few times today, haven't we?
I can't say that Carly Fuller would have played the same shot if it had not been a free hit.
Yeah, just trying to dig herself out of a bit of a hole she's fallen into when it wasn't going to do any damage. I think Fuller, and good on her, got to have a crack.
Furling again. High in the eye, there's a chance. The deep square leg will take the catch, and Furling gets her second, and the Finns lose their second. Great catch in the deep there from Western Suburbs. And she is on her way, Carly Fuller, without scoring.
That's 2 in and over for Furling.
I'm not sure who the catcher was, but you can see Furling there, hands in the air, very happy with the catch.
I think that might have been Olivia Hartland out there.
Settled itself nicely and a good catch.
I don't have a number for her, and I don't have 27, so I'm going to say that's who it is. I'm sorry if it's your daughter and
well, it'll
it's
come up
not
shortly.
Olivia Hartland.
Come up shortly. As
It
we'll
will.
see. I think that's Roxanne Thompson going out to bat now with Carly Fuller.
I think that might be Parsons, maybe. Is that an 8 or 38? They've got to get rid of those ponytails, covering up their numbers.
I know I did. Back in the day. So yeah, Olivia Hartland, well done, Carol. Was the catcher.
Yeah, they've given us some wrong numbers there, I think, but there you are.
Batsman coming out.
Yep, Grace
Yeah,
Parsons.
Grace Parsons, yeah, they have. Anyway, but it is hot and they may have changed their shirts.
I've just been right twice in a row, so it's all going to fall apart now.
Nah, Carol, come on. Don't stop there. You're on a roll. Let's go to the casino.
All right.
See how it goes. Courtney Sipple, 7 off the first over. Resumes hostilities from the southern end. Comes in. Fielded by Furling.
And if they weren't in trouble before, they are in trouble now, the Gold Coast. Just got to gut it out here and make some kind of a fist of this. Parsons has also had some pretty good luck recently against West, so...
Parsons to get off the mark here. Tries to get past Holly Furling. Furling, they go for a run here. Danger at the bowler's end, but they go to the keeper's end. Furling knows that.
Parsons just held up there so she could turn around and go back, I think.
The last thing the Finns need is a run out. So the left-handed George Redmayne, who's been watching all this carnage unfold, is now on strike, waiting for Sipple. She's got a deep square leg and a deep backward point on the rope. Sipple, shortish ball, pulls that over the infield, doesn't get all of it. I don't think it'll get to the fences. players coming around and will just roll into the rope. It's the longest boundary on the ground there, but Redmayne's got enough on it to register a boundary, her second. Desperate, the Western Suburbs, even though they got $3 million on the scoreboard, they're still trying to cut that one down.
Yeah, that's right. They want an early party, I think.
Georgia Redmayne, still no sign to Alyssa Kimmins. Redmayne waits. High in the sky here, that was going to go for 6, is it? Just. Nathan James puts his hands in the air there, 6 more to the total. Georgia Redmayne, what broken finger, if it is?
Yeah, it's just has to go. That's all there is to it. We're in the 4th over now. And those 2 hits have only just brought it up around 5, so 5 and over, so they've got to go if they're going.
They need 10 plus.
Yep.
Full toss. One bounce, finds deep back with square leg. Has the umpire called that a no ball? No. Nathan James looked at Steve Farrell to see if it was a no ball at square leg, but he's said no. He's gone to the other side of the field.
You just have to think at this point, John, if you're the Gold Coast, look, there's no reward in being timid.
No.
You either got to go and crash and burn or...
Well, you as you see Sybil come in, foolish ball, and that's been whipped off the pads, finds the fielder at mid-wicket. Well, you can't be crucified for having a swing in this situation, so you might as well go for it. So what were you doing? Well, chasing $3 million. I mean, we've got to do something about it.
Yeah.
I mean, the argument would say, okay, well, we want to get the run chase going a bit later, but I mean, later it might be 20 runs and over required, and that's near impossible. Unless I'm bowling.
Here's Grace Harris coming on the field now.
She's running the helmet out. So Grace, who was...
somebody's just come off, so she'll stay.
Big weekend.
Indeed. She wants to be in it. She's give me the ball, skipper.
So that's the 4th over, so Grace Harris won't be able to bowl until... I assume it's the similar rules. T20, if you're off the field for 4 overs, you can't bowl for the next 4.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I hadn't read that fine print.
Yeah, the argument being, you can have a rest and come on and bowl while the rest of you suffer out in the field.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
So Harris has gone to mid-off. As we see Megan Dixon coming into the attack from the northern end, the breeze at her back. And Georgia Redmayne is counting the fieldsmen. Where are they? And the 2 that are out are at deep cover and deep mid-wicket. So Fielding having a rest after taking 2 wickets. Full toss outside, a short ball outside off stump. Has to be hit away. Georgia Redmayne, not for the first time, has found the fence behind square.
Very careful.
With a fist pump
with the left hand.
Dixon just drags that one down. It's bread and butter there for Redmayne. Megan Dixon, very accurate bowler. Just the loosener gets punished.
She's from Townsville, so this will feel like winter for her.
She's been wearing the sleeveless sweater. Dixon, right arm over. That's a better ball. Finds player in the deep, just a single. Field changes for the right-hander. It's Parsons. It's a single so far. Still got 2 in the deep, the same position, although extra cover has moved in a little bit closer. Oh, that's beaten everybody. Proctor was unable to glove it.
Temperature's just starting to drop now. It's
Below
chilly
35.
29 now.
29, is it?
Yeah.
Grace Harris is, I don't know what, she's not warming up. She's probably
Might be.
just sore in the lower
Just keeping
lumbar region.
Yeah, that's right. It's keeping everything moving.
Yeah, keep it warm. Foolish ball, and that's going to go over Grace Harris's head. She'll have to fetch that because I think it's going to go all the way, and it does.
Yep.
Laura's probably, Grace is probably happy about that.
She's not looking that she didn't have to stop it.
Yeah, pulled up inside the rope or anything. To be fair, Grace, I mean, you didn't do a lot of running in the second half of that innings.
Yesterday.
But you just keep swinging the axe.
Yeah.
Dixon, well, she's going to have to do something here. We've got a few.
Just a bit of a consult with Grace Harris here to see where she should go, maybe.
Well, we've got a bit of a wardrobe malfunction out there by the looks of things. As Holly Furling does up Grace Parsons' shoelace.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah. I didn't know. I had trouble with that. I didn't know whether I could do up some of these shoelaces facing the other way. Left is left and right is right. And if you face it the other way, it's just a bit tricky. You might as well do it in a mirror. Finds backward point, no run. That's why I wear Velcro.
And no ties.
And no ties, yes. I don't want anything around my neck. I've usually got somebody else's hands around there.
Yeah. Just got one of those clip-ons that spins around.
Yeah. Got one on my hat right now. Dixon looking to finish this first over off. She's had 9 off it so far. Parsons waits. Foolish ball, and there's worth a shout, but I think it might have been a bit of timber on that.
Yeah, sounded like it. Got to say, West's are playing like they're defending 142 rather than 211.
Finns have got some depth in their batting. I think they're well aware that they got to keep on top and keep the pressure on.
Furling gonna keep going here, is she?
No, she's
Nope.
she's holding the hat of Proctor because we've got a change. We've got spin coming on from the southern
that's
end.
what she
So
is. I see.
not allowed to give the hat to the umpire anymore. You've got to hang on to it yourself. And
I was thinking that was her hat, but then hers is on her head. Getting a bit of spin coming in here. Is this Ashley Sims?
it is. Mick Sims is in the stands at the moment. Got some coaching at Wynnum Manly, I should say.
Why isn't he up here?
Mick, that's a good question. I think he's...
Too nervous?
Yeah, well, I don't know how Mick can be. I don't think he's ever nervous. The way he plays golf, that's nerve-wracking as it is, standing next to him. Big swing, that's gone over mid-wicket. One
just
bounce
inside.
for 4. Redmayne, anything that's on the pad, she's going to take to it.
She's a classy unit, Georgia Redmayne. Lucky to have her up here in Queensland. Getting ready to play for the Fire in the WNCL.
Sims now going around the wicket.
Which is, when did Michael say that was?
Middle of January.
Okay. Where they playing that, do you know?
Not sure, no.
Okay.
Late cut there. Oh, that's going to go between point and backward point for 4. Class shot there from Redmayne. Yeah, she's got the big shots on the onside, but that's just a lovely classic late cut through the backward point region. Have a look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Beautiful shot. Runs along the grass for 4. So she's got herself to 31 off 15.
Yeah, she was really stuck on like 8 for a little while there.
Oh,
but
everybody's getting out of the other end, I think. Pulls that one. That's going to beat the
Yep.
infield as well. 4 more. Georgia Redmayne's got them on both sides of the wicket.
She's thinking I've got about 10 minutes before I can't feel my right hand, so better get cracking.
Or maybe 10 minutes before I start feeling my right
Yeah,
hand.
that's
Might be the
exactly
difference that
right.
painkillers might be wearing off.
Yoke. Oh, man.
Well, I need to apologise to George Redmayne because I was thinking it might be on the shoulders of DK to get these runs, but George Redmayne so far a chance-free innings. That could be the commentator's curse right there. That's going between mid-on and mid-off. Rolling down the hill there, and that will go for 4.
Nice effort there, but too fast.
Well, Layla Proctor, the wicketkeeper, actually clapped that. That was an outstanding shot. Straight between mid-on and mid-off. They went in hot pursuit. Trying to reel that one there was Tammy Cole. She wasn't fast enough. Going to come back over the wicket now. That didn't work.
4-4, 4-4. for Georgia Redmayne.
Yeah, Sims. Again, this time it's a quicker ball, outside off stump, no run, backward point. One ball remaining, so. Two, one to go. Sims full of ball, full toss. Redmayne hits it just over the infield. They're thinking about coming back for two. Redmayne says, no, I've got a sore finger.
And I'm staying on strike.
Yes, exactly right, Carol Weichel. So the end of the over there, an expensive one for Sims.
So, yeah,
17 off.
17 off that one.
Redmayne
Was that all
40.
Redmayne?
Yes. 4 fours and a single. She's on strike. She moves to 40 off 19.
Here's Furling.
Furling's been brought back into the attack.
They don't like that. They don't like 17 on that over.
No, trying to quell the damage. End of the power play. 4 allowed out now. Redmayne's on strike. Furling into her third over. That's 2 for 3 off 2. Jeez.
So it's up to 8 runs and over now.
Furling wants. Well, interesting enough, she's taken fine leg out. She's going to back herself here, Holly Furling, the bowl on the offside. So this player's gone into a backward point inside the circle. And now there's nobody behind square on the onside. See what happens. Can she bowl it outside off stump? No. Well, she moved that field spin. That's going to go for 4. Redmayne makes her pay for that.
And she on the
field place, yep.
She's got one thing in mind, Georgia Redmayne. Fence.
No offence. Lovely shot. Along the grass. Look at that. Yeah, Furling just straying on the pads, and she's strong there, Redmayne. But Furling, to her credit, is going to
she's going to stick with it.
Stick with it, yep.
She's got a plan. She can just hit it in the right place. We'll find out what it is.
Well, point and backward point are about 10 metres apart. That's a foolish ball. That's hitting straight down the ground. Grace Harris has to come across, and she'll pick it up as easy as you like. And just the one. Furling wants...
Not moving too badly for somebody who could barely get herself off the field once she got out.
No, she's certainly a competitor, Grace Harris. As we mentioned, she big 100 yesterday, another 100 today, but coming back, the Australian, to play for a club side, the Western Suburbs Bulldogs, who at one time had the coach Katherine Raymont, who the Shield is named after as their coach, farmer. I know Kirby Shorts.
She was still playing in their twos when she was in the 60s.
Furling. Late cut there. That's going to be racing to the fence. Fielded nicely in the deep. I'll come back for 2. Bit of a skip and a jump there from Parsons, but Redmayne always wanted 2. But yeah, Kath Raymont was coaching there, and now I know Kirby Short, after retiring, is helping out now with the Bulldogs.
Didn't think Kirby Short would go far.
No. She's on holidays. I thought she might have skipped down south where her folks are. That's a dot ball to Furling. Looking to... He's got hit for 7 so far off this over.
I think everybody's got border closures on their mind again, John, so people are...
Furling. Quickish ball, that's got an edge, and that's gone for 4. Steve Farrell will say that came off the edge. Proctor unable to get the glove to that one, and that's 4 more to the total.
However they come.
A replay here for Kookaburra. Yep, top shoulder.
Yep.
Probably, didn't move the feet at all, Proctor.
Yeah.
You just skip across to those. That's easy for me to stand up here with 10 thumbs. Last ball of the over for Furling. She sent
I don't think
cover back on the fence.
I don't think Proctor thought that one was going to come through at her. She was watching it, but...
Furling, short ball, that's wide. She runs back. Are they behind in the over rate? Are they the Bulldogs? Well, they only had bowl one over a spin from Sims. Maybe they are.
Maybe she's just rushing to be a bit of a time thief on the batsman.
Parsons pulls that one off of nose, finds mid-wicket, just one run, but retains the strike. The end of the Holly Furling over.
Good enough.
2 for 16 Furling off 3. Had 2 for 3 before that over.
Yeah, 2 for 60 after 7.
All of a sudden, yeah.
61, sorry. Yeah, Redmayne, she's going at 200, so strike rate. So doing the right thing here by her side. She's got to do a Harris if she's going to help her side get things done. There's not some weird weather coming from over there, is there, John? Across the towards the city.
Yeah, it is. Maybe a storm brewing. I thought there was a bit of thunder before, but that might have been because I haven't had lunch. 209 was the total set by Western Suburbs. As Megan Dixon has swung around to the southern end now. Parsons gets a thick inside edge out to mid-wicket for the single. Brings Remain on strike. Yeah, Grace Harris, 136 off 71, 8 sixes and 14 fours. Wickman with 4 fours in an opening partnership of 139.
Yeah, they're up to 8.7 strike rate Gold Coast, so they understand what they have to do. We talked about that.
That's a lovely shot.
No. This is so brave, I can't believe it. Because she's got to get her hands in the way of the ball coming to do that.
Yeah.
There's
Lovely sweep shot. You don't see much of that in the T20.
We talked at the beginning, didn't we, about the Gold Coast knowing what they had to do, so they can just get themselves in a position where West start feeling a bit of pressure. You never know.
Hits that along the grass to mid-wicket for a single. Well,
And if Redmayne's painkillers last, I guess that's the other thing.
yeah. And that brings up her 50, Georgia Redmayne, of 23 balls.
Wow, that happened so fast.
And gracefully too.
Yep.
Lovely shots in amongst all that.
What a warrior.
Yeah, those clouds you can see down there, Carol, there's some storm activity down on the coast. It's not going to threaten here, but it's way down deep south.
All right.
Dixon, full toss, smacked. Don't know whether it's been called. No. Umpire Steve Farrell Square Leg says it was below waistline, so just the one run, not a no ball.
That suits them though, because brings Redmayne back on the strike. Yeah, just getting a bit less bright here because of the cloud cover that's coming in.
Sammy Jo Johnson, a former Dolphin, is watching the live stream.
Oh, lovely.
Dixon, yeah, hope she's going well.
We miss you.
Yes, somebody who will be wearing a lot of green and gold is my prediction in the coming years. Just getting her balance right and what she does with both bat and ball. Dixon trying to finish this off. It's not too bad, only 7 off. Redmayne still there. She opened the batting. Puts that one high in the sky, and that might be out, and it is caught in the deep here.
Wow.
So Georgia Redmayne is on her way, and are the hopes of the Gold Coast side also going with her. They lose their third wicket, and a good catch in the deep.
Wickman? No.
And Megan Dixon gets the wicket off her last ball of the over.
Yeah, so it's looking a bit rough now for Gold Coast, but you never know. Just the same as some people can have a dirty day, some people can have a brilliant one. So
We'll replay here for. Look at that lovely shot there, but unfortunately went straight down the throat. A good catch in the end there. We've seen a lot of catches in the deep drop today from both the men's and women's.
Megan
this
Dixon
one.
praying there that it's going to go.
Shelley Savage is walking out, but I'm going to give her a little bit more prestige and say that is Shelley Sauvage.
Oh, nice.
It might be Savage, but I'm not too sure. Anyway, she makes her way
I
out
think
in the
you're
middle.
right, actually.
Is it Sauvage?
I think so.
Why not? I'm just trying to make it. Well, it'll come up on.
Yeah, just. Oh, you're wondering who caught that?
I am, but I am sure it might have been.
Yeah, I think it's. Is that Wickman? Nope.
It was Courtney Sipple
Oh, okay.
taking the catch there in the deep, and we see.
All these blonde ponytails, they're just making me
Well,
see the same person over and over again.
she's put Excalibur away, and now Grace Harris has got the crystal ball in her hand as she tries to wreak some havoc with the pill. She will bowl from the northern end. She's going to bowl her offies.
And
Waiting at the other end is Sauvage. Grace Harris is moving the field around, and you know why? Because she can. I think Annie Wickman will be too upset with what Grace Harris wants.
Savage taking a great big breath there. Whew.
So Harris, full toss, low full toss, straight back to the bowler. She has to bend over. She's not happy about that. And might have hurt her finger a little bit.
As she looked up, she realised there was somebody just behind her too.
They
So
weren't
she
going
was
to take
like,
a single. Yeah.
Don't.
Right arm, round the wicket. That one's right on the money. Is there anything she can't do? I'm surprised she's not keeping as well as bowling at the same time.
It's always a treat when the Heat are playing to hear Grace Harris talk her way through her overs to herself.
That's a foolish ball. Finds fielding at extra cover. Yeah, I can remember we've interviewed her, Carol, and she said she used to sing
Right.
at the top of her
Yeah.
while she was running in different songs. I'm not sure whether she still
Get a bit of
sing.
rhythm.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know whether it's anything heavy or light, or a little bit of lovely bit of fielding at point.
Furling. It,
Just very casual about everything she does.
bit
Grace
of
Carroll.
hilarity for the umpire and the non-striker, I guess.
Left-handed Savage still to get off the mark here, but she calls yes, and that's been kicked to the fieldsman at mid-off. A little bit of soccer skills there.
Harris having to pull that one off her toes and realising how painful that is for her. It's already her weekend, so she's just trying to get a wicket maybe here.
All these soccer skills there from Ashley Sims.
That's right.
Kicking it to the fieldsman as Harris comes over the wicket now. Just gets enough on that behind backward point. Starting to roll downhill here at Allen Border, but they'll turn and take their second run. They move to 71 off for a loss of 3 wickets. It's the end of the over, and good over as you expect from Grace Harris. Just the 6 off it. Big pardon.
So we've got
8. 6 off it, yeah.
Parsons and Savage out there at the moment. Yet to come, Flynn, Olivia Voss, Melissa Mayers, Dahlia Glennie, Charlotte Voss, Delissa Kimmins and Roxanne Thompson. One of those won't be in there. I think maybe, not sure if the other Voss is playing. She is, I think. But yeah, Delissa Kimmins still down there at 11.
Megan Dixon coming in for her third over. Her second one from the southern end, and that's gone deep, just a single. Savage moves to 2 and brings Parsons, who's got 16 off 14, run a ball. But the run rate will be starting to climb. We'll work that out at the end of this over. 140 short. Dixon right arm over. Parsons finds the fieldsman dropped. They don't come any easier than that, right in the chest. It might have gone through the hands of the fieldsman there, and Olivia Steele. It might have hit her in the cheek.
Ouch.
Or she's looking at her. She's grabbing at her chin now, but oh yeah, it's gone through the hands and into the jaw. Anyway, Parsons gets a life. Yeah, well, Megan Dixon will be not too happy about that. That was a sitter. Should have been taken. Dixon turns again. 3 left and an over. Good Yorker there.
Yeah, we're about to be coming up to the end of the 10th over here, I think.
Oh, goody. We can do the maths on that.
And at the end of the 10th over, West had 103.
Ouch.
So they're a little bit behind here.
30, yeah. Sims again. Foolish ball, but that's beats square leg and deep mid wicket for 4. So they're staying in the hunt here. Dixon won't be too happy about the fielding there either at square leg. But it was hit like a bullet. Mixed over here for Dixon. Should have had a wicket. And 4 less.
West had 103 runs in the 10th over. Harris had 100 runs in the 15th. So.
Well, end of the over. So 10 overs gone, Carol.
Yep.
Let's do the arithmetic.
And it's just not their day. I think the cricket gods were signalling something with a couple of those catches that went down and ones that would have taken a superhuman effort to catch. So
13.5 divided by 10. 135 required, 10 overs to go. 2.25 runs per ball. There you go.
Ah, well done.
2 runs a ball.
That's from the reference department.
Yeah, from Jeffrey there getting the
mathematics section.
Yeah, that's if they bowl only 6 ball overs, but Grace Harris, so yeah, crazy, 12 runs and over. Bowled. Gets the breakthrough. Grace Harris throws her head back to say, "Oh, I am wonderful." Well done, Grace Harris. Perfect flight there. Not much she could do about that there, could Savage.
Yeah.
Flights it nicely and boom, lands on the crease and into the furniture it goes.
Yep. Off she goes.
Yeah.
Wondering what else she could possibly have done.
Well, it's just a quality ball that from
It's Flynn coming out now.
Savage away.
Flynn's had a good day. Savage just shakes her head. I don't know.
Did she bowl that ball at all? Or suddenly the furniture was just
don't know what to tell
disarray.
you.
So, the Finns lose their 4th for 76. Run rate is climbing to a insurmountable amount.
It's turning into a good day for Megan Dixon.
Well, she did have a drop catch off her last over. As Grace Harris still got 5 balls to go in her second over. She has 1 for 3. And look at her. She's just putting the field where she wants the batsman to play shots at. We're talking about Damien McKenzie commentating. The fieldsmen need to set the field to what they're going to bowl and want the batsman to play, not the other way around. So be proactive rather than counterproductive. Oh, that's got a big, thick outside edge. We'll check the call from Steve Farrell at the umpire. They'll turn for 2. They'll think about 3. No. And that has come off the bat. So a chance there for Grace Harris.
We don't have Snicko here.
No, but we do have Kookaburra replay, though. Yeah, oh, that's come in. That's a good,
Yeah.
good off break there. Harris again, right arm over. Quicker ball. That one's found the edge, but she's glided that down. We'll give credit to the batsman that it was a
She's fast, Flynn.
determined shot. She is.
Still no Delissa Kimmins.
No, interesting enough.
Just saving her to get 130 off the last 6.
She might wait for Grace to finish her 4 overs. Harris to Flynn. Bowled. Grace Harris does it again. Second wicket in the over. Is there nothing that this champion can't do? And Grace Harris, perfectly flighted delivery.
She's having a weekend.
Look at that. So that's another little off
If you
break.
know her well enough, go and rub her head, I reckon, and then go and buy a raffle ticket.
That's it. So they lose their 5th wicket now, the Finns. And, well, it's GM Harris, bowled. Takes 2 wickets in the over. Still got 1 to go, I think. Oh, she's got 2 to go. Right, row. Coming out now is Olivia Voss. And you just can't help but thinking of the wicket of Redmayne was the beginning of the end.
Yeah. She really had her mind set to be.
She's going out there right or wrong, we mentioned before.
And I mean, she did the right thing. She took the run rate from under 5 to almost 9 in 3 overs. So you can't fault that.
Harris, quicker ball. Oh. Walking away, Olivia Voss just going, oh my God. I have no idea where this ball's going to land.
I wish I played before there was live stream.
Yeah. So looking to finish off a wicket that's already had 2 wickets. Foolish ball. And the end of a breen over there from Grace Harris. She takes 2 wickets, 4 runs off it. She has the figures of 2 for 7 off 2 overs.
She can barely move when she's not, when she hasn't got something to do. So
she's about to make her way out to
somewhere
mid
safe.
off.
She doesn't know where.
I'll go over here, she said.
Holly's
Saying,
Holly's giving her a bit of direction
hang
there.
on a second. They
Just
put
go
her
over there.
Put her out in the deep. She's going out to cover. Not in a hurry either.
No, she tried to run.
I think that she went that way because it's downhill. So Dixon, starting her 4th and final over, has 1 for 21 from the southern end. Parsons is still there, drives it along the grass to mid-off for a single. Brings Olivia Voss onto strike, yet to get off the mark.
Yeah, I think Parsons is realising the weight of the world's on her shoulders. But
Voss getting gloomy here at Helen Border. No sign of rain on the radar, that is. That
might have Duckworth Lewis coming into it.
and Stearns.
And Stearns. Yes, we talked about that yesterday.
Did you? Billy be all over that?
Yeah, we decided that Duckworth and Lewis must have had better hype men. And Stearns came in there.
So why don't we put a decimal point here and put my name on there? Dixon. Unlucky in the previous over, had a chance put down. She comes in.
Billy
right
had a secret formula that he works out at 14 overs, where he reckons he can work out what the total's going to be at the end.
Billy Dean?
Yep.
Okay. He's seen a lot of cricket.
Yep.
I absolutely love calling Shield games with Billy Dean and Ray Phillips. Absolutely 2 of the greats cricketing brains round, but Billy's next level. Right arm over again. Full toss. Smack down to mid-on for 1.
He's very good. The dog ate my homework yesterday. So luckily he knows everything. Had Kirsten Pike with us yesterday as well.
Yeah.
So it was good.
That 3 of the greats there, Carol. You, Kirsten and Bill.
you're still with us, Sammy Joe, I asked Kirsten Pike if the Gold Coast had managed to find someone to replace you, in inverted commas, and she said you can't possibly replace Sammy
Chance
Joe.
in the deep. Catch taken. Finns lose their 6th wicket. Megan Dixon gets a wicket. And it's just getting scary now. Parsons, the last chance, is gone for 21. She finds the player in the deep, settles herself nicely, and lovely catch.
Yep. So I think
Yeah,
the writing on the wall's getting clearer and clearer as we go on here.
Melissa Mayer coming out.
It's the exchange here. Just go do it. She should get applause, Parsons, because it was bravery in the face of imminent doom.
Yeah, well,
Yep.
what do you do now? I think the best thing you can do now here for the Finns is, well, they just got to go over. Well, maybe try and bat it out so it doesn't look so bad on the scorecard.
Yeah, I
As we
think
see
so.
Parsons caught by Ashley Sims there in the deep.
Just
Dad Mick would be happy with that take.
sort of the only thing left is to annoy them, I think.
Yeah, Dixon. Foolish ball, fields her own bowling. End of the over, and a wicket taking over there for Megan Dixon. She has the wickets or the spell of 2 for 23 off her 4 overs. So well bowled Megan Dixon.
I was thinking she got her second before, but that was Harris that got that one.
Well, Grace Harris is striding, well, I say striding,
She's crawling towards
meandering her way to the bowler's end. She's going to start her 3rd over.
It's not quite as painful as watching Georgia Redmayne with her bung hand, but
You can just see that throbbing
Jeez.
finger in a glove, can't you?
ugh.
Grace Harris is going to bowl over the wicket here to Mayers.
Makes you think of those boot full of blood stories, you know, they tell.
I do have a story about that, I must tell you. Melissa Mayer survives 1, just. Goes back to a mark. There's Grace Harris. Hear the storm bird in the background, so rain coming in the next 10 days. There's my tip. Foolish ball almost bowls her.
Jeez.
Grace Harris throws her head back. Cracks a couple of vertebrae in that neck as she throws it back, a bit stiff. Turns, about to come back in again. 3rd ball, 2 dots so far. Quicker ball, that's going to appeal. Out!
How could he refuse?
Grace Harris screamed and screamed until the lungs were empty, and finally Steve Farrell puts the finger up and she gets her 3rd wicket, Grace Harris. She takes the wicket of Mayers. She's on her way. 7 for 82. She should be in an opera.
Yeah.
Lovely voice. Walking backwards. Look at this. Let's hit the roll. That's the end of Mayers. Grace Harris has her 3rd. Both umpires, you probably can't see on screen, having looked down to the south, but certainly nothing to worry about weather-wise. Just wondering whether they're more concerned about the light.
Yeah,
Lights are on at Albion Park.
Looked like he had his meter out there. So. What happens if they call it for light, John?
Dahlia Glennie, well, it goes back to Duckworth Lewis, and whatever the situation is then is the winner. If they don't go back on.
You got to think Wests have done enough.
Well, the fact that West didn't lose that many wickets in their innings is, They say Duckworth Lewis favours the batting side, the side batting second, but in this instance, I don't think that's going to be the case.
Well,
so see, the way Grace Harris is going, she's going to.
It does.
Most of it. Glennie is the batsman.
I guess it does if you know before you go out and you're batting second what you have to do. But in this case, it'd just be chopped off. So
change the field here. I'm not really sure why they're putting a player out to deep mid-on for a new batsman for Grace Harris, but maybe tempting the batsman to try and go over the offside with those players inside the circle. There's a deep extra cover. The left-handed, so Harris, 3 wickets so far. Just put the pin back in it, Grace. Throwing these grenades up. 2 to go.
Feeling pretty good to be Grace Harris this weekend, I suspect.
It's good to be me.
Yep.
Right arm around the wicket, quicker ball.
Gee.
Grace can't believe that's missed the stump. She's going through the balls too quick for us to show replays for you. She just doesn't take her long to get through and over.
Maybe that's why she's bowling, because they were behind.
Could be. Do I have to? Harris. Oh, Tenderly gets some bat on that. That's the end of a great over. Grace Harris.
Once she started taking wickets, of course, she was always going to keep going.
Yeah, 3 overs, 3 for 7. She probably bowl another one because I think she'd be too stiff to come back on and bowl a fourth any time later. So 3 for 7. Do you mind?
So 7 for 82 after 13. The Gold Coast in a fair bit of trouble.
Only requiring 18 and over now. So we can see.
Yeah, I just keep going back to that massive 8th over where they hit 30 off 1 over West, and then it was all she wrote.
Change of bowler at the southern end. Scoot through for a quick single. Courtney Sipple bowling her third, none for 19 before the start of this over.
Don't even get to say cricket. It's a funny game today, I suspect.
Glennie will take strike. Yet to get off the mark. Well, not too funny for the Dolphins today.
Got a
The men
lefty.
got up today, but the women are
Yep.
struggling. Sipple right arm over. Glennie. Yet to get off the mark, takes a couple of steps out, drives that to extra cover, gets a single, she gets off the mark.
Is this 2? Will this, should they win, will this be 2 in a row for West? Is that right?
Yeah, and they won it last year.
Is it just 2? Yeah, because
The year before Gold Coast
year
won
before it was Gold Coast. Yeah.
This is Michael
Year
right at the
before
start.
that it was Sandgate, I think.
Could have been, yes. Against West. Wide ball. Oh, let that one go. Yeah, I think, if I remember rightly, Sandgate Redcliffe beat West, because I can remember, if my memory's right, Carol, I think I can remember Courtney Hill as a skipper at the time, acknowledging her good friend Kirby Short in the win.
Yep.
In the post-match presentation. Sipple.
Talking about Courtney Hill running into the fence with her head yesterday.
Oh. What, on purpose or? Courtney's crazy.
No, I don't think it was
Playing footy?
It wasn't a party trick. No, going after a ball and the rope was very close to the fence.
Oh, playing cricket?
Yeah.
Years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was, I think that was a heat game, was it?
Yeah.
A fire game, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah, 'cause they were coached by Andy Richards at the time.
I think so. She concussed herself.
Yeah.
Couldn't play the next day.
That's right. Sipple again. Whips that off the pads, does Glennie for a single to mid-wicket.
Another great multi-sport athlete, Courtney Hill. Kirsten Pike told us she also makes nice scones, so it's all happening.
Ooh. Oh, hang on a second. Who can't make a good scone? It's pretty basic, really. Courtney Sipple again. Half a yell. Out! Courtney Sipple gets the wicket. She wasn't expecting. It was a half-hearted appeal. And Nathan James has put his finger up and he's given Olivia Voss out LBW. And Gold Coast now 8 for 86. Wow.
Yes, yes. Wow,
I wasn't
indeed.
expecting the umpire to give it
Speechless.
out because they were pretty
Well, that's
quiet.
why I was kept telling
Yeah.
the story, because nobody seemed very interested.
Sort of half of an appeal.
Here we go. Delissa Kimmins, she's got, how many she got?
And nothing from late.
Six overs to win this for them.
Layla Proctor didn't even bother to appeal
No.
then. Bizarre. Anyway, Nathan James is in the best seat in the house.
Well, his opinion's the only one that matters.
That's it. 8 for 86.
Sipple coming off there.
Well, it's the end of the over. Oh, Sipple, so. Grace Harris, 1 over left. Well, the way she's bowling might be the last over of the game. Seems to be getting 2 wickets and over. 3 for 7 off 3 on the back of 130 odd.
Letting that, see if she can. Oh, yeah. Woo. Wires. Sorry, just tripped over something.
Harris, right arm around the wicket. Glennie looks for us. Looks for a reverse
Fantastic endeavour. Good on you. Oh, this is Harris. She had got a fantastic bowling action.
In the air, safe, goes over the midfield, 1 bounce. They don't think about a second. So somebody scored a run off Grace Harris's bowling. Something to tell the grandkids? And this brings Delissa Kimmets on strike.
Oh,
Grace
no,
Harris.
Somebody else.
Grace Harris might have some idea how she plays. Delissa Kimmets. So see how we go. Right arm over the wicket now. Pushes Kimmets back. Well, there's 3 balls left in this over. I'd imagine Delissa Kimmets is just going to see them out.
Yep.
Nope, she's going to come for a walk out. No run.
Reckon she's going to try and keep it on the carpet and not give her the satisfaction, do you?
Yeah, there's Christmas is on Friday, so
Yes, that's right.
Harris's and Kimmins will come together and it could be a bit interesting. Pulls that one behind square leg for a single for Fielding to pick up in the deep.
Nearly got the swallow
1 run.
as they appear.
Grace Harris, last ball, 3 for 9 at the moment.
An all right weekend, as I say, for Grace Harris. Don't know what her bowling figures were yesterday.
The end of the Grace Harris
Fantastic.
carnage. 3 for 9 off 4 overs.
It's been a bit of a fiesta del Grace here this weekend. 2 massive centuries with the bat. Now a good afternoon with the ball.
Grace Harris got 1 for 32 off her 4 overs, but she was bowling against Beth Mooney, who scored 121 off 59. She had 13 4s and 5 6s in that knock.
Might have this Christmas week off and then they'll be stuck straight into the WNCL, where hopefully we'll see her do some more of what she's been doing this weekend for Queensland.
Sipple with her final over has 1 for 21. Delissa Kimmins pushes that to backward point. Furling, no run.
I like the way she bowls too. Very good to watch.
They're a talented bunch, the Sipples. Talented bunch. Comes in again. Full toss, low full toss. Punches it. Well, they had a bit of a look, didn't they? A bit of a chat there to Glennie and Kimmins before they decided not to run.
Yep, I think they've decided to shut up shop and make them bowl 20.
Well, there's 5 to go, or 4.5 to go now. Sipple her final over. Well, there's your answer why she's batting. Delissa Kimmins must have an injury there. That was a one-handed swing. I wonder if she's got something wrong with her left hand.
Oh. She did fall on her...
Oh,
Remember
maybe
when she was bowling?
Oh, I thought it might be when she tried to take that catch.
Well,
maybe.
yeah, she did then too, but when she was bowling, she tried to fall and stop a ball. And she got up and she was worried about her left hand.
She's not 100%. That's going to go in the air here. Sipple's underneath it, but nobody's
Nobody called.
there either. Well, it was right in the middle of nowhere, wasn't it? Twilight zone.
That bloke in the blue shirt might have had a chance.
No, Jamesy would have spilt that easy. He's a great umpire when it comes to fielding. So Delissa Kimmins, just wondering whether there is an injury there. Don't know whether.
Oh.
Yeah, looking for a ramp shot there. Don't know whether CA be happy to see what's happened there if she is injured. She's wearing the, what do they call the compression bandage, the
Sleeves.
sleeve things? Compression sleeve?
I think so.
Both arms.
Yeah.
Kimmett's 2 off 7. Sipple. There you go.
Oh, yeah.
Gary Lovett is waving his arms around here. The coach,
He wants her to come on.
he's coming.
Yep.
They're going to retire
He's got
her.
somebody. He's got. She's ignoring him.
Layla Proctor, the wicketkeeper, is going to go on that. Yeah, she's injured here. Holly Fielding warming up. She's going to bowl, I would imagine, from Grace Harris's end, or actually Holly Fielding's end as well, where she started bowling. Kimmins hits that to nobody, and that'll go through for a single. And Delissa Kimmins wondering why that's not a no ball, and that is the end of the over. And Gary Lovett, he's going to walk out there and tell DK.
She's just told him to go away.
Yeah, I'm not coming off.
Yeah.
The end of the spell of Courtney Sipple, 1 for 25 off her 4 overs, and Holly Fielding will come back into the attack.
Yeah, I reckon she's hurt herself when she went down for that ball. She landed on the pitch. That would have been hard.
Gary Lovett, the coach, has been told
Go away.
ceremoniously on
Which he's
fine.
done.
Yep.
Yeah, he's packed him up.
Layla Proctor.
Well, he's moved away from the rope anyway. They're still waiting.
I thought it was Holly Fielding who was going to bowl, warming up, but I guess what, I'm wrong again. It's going to be Ashley Sims to come on. She swats that one there, both hands on the bat that time. Delissa Kimmins, just to show Gary I'm okay.
Well, that explains why she wasn't
Batting
put in earlier.
We've had some injuries today, and they've all been unfortunately for the Finns.
Yeah,
Going to bowl around the wicket now.
and Queensland.
Yeah. Sims right arm over. Quicker ball. Almost lodged in the pads there of Glennie, who's still there. Georgia Redmayne standing next to Gary Lovett with a fair bit of tape on there. That's Skyward. That's going to go down to the fence for 6. Steve Farrell's going to have a look. What's the call? Look for the ball in the first instance, but a good hoik there from Glennie. Asking the fieldsman, and she'll say it's 6. There you go. Good shot.
Yep, lots of wrapping on that finger for
Yeah.
Redmayne.
Looks like one of those Pluto pups. They're good dogs, what do
Oh,
you call them?
cheeky
Girls'
one.
Yep, square French cup. Thinking about 2. No, Kimmins says no.
It's really starting to rumble around the ridges now.
So we look to the south, you probably can't see it. There's a plane landing. There used to be hundreds of them a day.
Yeah.
Quicker ball.
Sorry.
One-handed swat behind square leg for 4 runs.
4 runs.
Wow. I played against a gentleman left-handed. He was played for Tara. Played for the Gums. Victor Bidgood. He used to be able to great one-handed shot. Terrific tennis player too.
Well, they've been gutsy, the Gold Coast. I'll say that for them.
That one's over. Straight down the throat and out. Delissa Kimmins is on her way. The injured Delissa Kimmins. And they lose their 9th wicket on the score of 104. The catch taken the deep there by Annie Wickman, the skipper.
8 for 104. The Gold Coast.
Layla Proctor to come out to replace Delissa Kimmins. She joins the list of injured players for mine.
Charlotte Voss.
Charlotte Voss, is it?
Yep,
Oh,
you
Proctor,
were
yeah.
looking.
Oh, I beg your pardon.
We were
Yes, I was.
both looking at the wrong list there for a minute.
Not the first time. Lucky my name's not Schindler. So, last wicket stand here. 9 for 104, 17 overs gone, 3 to go. Can they bat him out? Holly Furling will bowl her 4th over from the southern end.
What did Kimmins get there? I missed it. Missed her total.
Alyssa Clements out for 8 off 11 with a 4 off one hand. 9 for 104. Charlotte Voss is
Wounded and valiant, the Gold Coast, but 211 is a lot to catch if you're all fit.
nice. Found deep. All in the deep. Certainly getting very muggy here as cloud moves in
Muggy
over
and
Allen
dark.
border. Yeah. Anyway, it's been a complete, well, domination by the Western Suburbs side, led
Yep.
by Grace Harris. Furling comes in, foolish ball.
But they've taken all their chances, West. They've,
You're right there. I mean,
you know, they've caught well.
yep, in the deep in particular, which is something to let down the Gold Coast side. But there were, you said it earlier, it's a game of inches, wasn't it? It was a couple of catches that could have turned the whole game. If they were taking, just weren't out of reach.
And the Gold Coast players aren't hitting them like missiles either, which
No,
is...
Georgia May did show some firepower.
She did hit that beautiful shot backwards, didn't she? Back of square.
Several times. Furling from the southern end comes into Voss. Voss, lovely shot.
Let's just hurry along.
Yeah. It's a school night. Voss bowled very well also this morning, I thought, or this afternoon for the Gold Coast side out in the bowling. Did a great job.
Fuller. Was very
Parsons, good. Yeah. You're up against Grace Harris. It's a tough afternoon. Quicker ball there from Holly Furling. She digs it out here, so taking on the former Australian quick and doing it well. And that's the end of Holly Furling's spell of 4 overs, 2 for 17. Now, who's the bowl from the northern end to replace Grace Harris?
She's put on the helmet, so...
Might be Sims.
Yep.
So Ashley Sims. Third over, been expensive. 1 for 29 off her 2. Quicker ball. So 3 overs remaining. Sorry, 2 overs remaining.
2. This is the 19th.
Sims running back. I don't know whether there's a...
I think they're trying to get it done before the weather comes.
Maybe. Driven to extra cover. Mid-wicket. Or wide mid-wicket.
Which might be why it's Ashley Sims. Just trying to get these in.
Well, it has to be a light issue because I don't think there's anything. The rain's a little bit away as yet. 1, they're thinking about 2.
The lights are...
Well, Albion Park have got the lights on over there. I have no idea. I thought dogs could see in the dark, but that's just me. Sims going around the wicket now.
Guess you've got to be able to see your ticket and see your loss.
Yeah, I already know. Voss waiting. Sims over the wicket.
Some more Stormbirds.
Yeah.
Those flags really stiff and straight out now.
Well, no idea where that is. Yeah, they look like that dodgy flag from on the moon.
Yeah.
The conspiracy theorists. Sims.
We aren't on the moon, are we? No.
Well, I'll tell you what,
Oh, nice work. Still going really hard, West, in the field.
Well, I think the Bulldogs will be over the moon with their efforts today.
Who
1
gets-
over remaining after this.
Who gets the last one?
We're still 100 short plus. Final over will be bowled by... Who is it? Might be Sybil.
Yep.
Well, I thought she bowled her 4 out, but I'm wrong again.
Oh no, she's bowled 4, so it's not Sybil, is it? Shouldn't be. Boy, it really is getting dark here.
Final over. Steele. Olivia Steele.
Right.
Her first over, bowling in a grand final.
Bowling the death over in the grand final. Yeah, have the ball. Not quite as dramatic as poor old Flynn getting having to step in for.
Yeah, a player who bowled 2 full tosses was taken out of the attack. But anyway, Steele will come in and she's feeling fairly confident they won't get the 100 off her over.
Did we explain that at the end of the last innings, Parson bowled two no balls in the innings?
Her second no ball, and the first ball, the last over, she bowled a second full toss called a no ball, therefore taking the out of the attack, and Eliza Flynn had to come in and finish that off.
She got Grace Harris's wicket,
she
so
did.
Well done.
Grace had already racked up 300. Steele, right arm over. That's not what I like about her action, Olivia Steele. Swatted out to deep extra cover for 1, or wide mid off. 3 balls remaining in the match. Man of the match, Carol, for you?
Well, I think the player of the tournament, the weekend's got to be Grace Harris. You just can't go past that. Yeah. And special mention for Georgia Redmayne, who
for guts.
Yeah. And she batted fantastically yesterday, so.
Yeah, player of the match, definitely G.M. Harris.
Yep.
M stand for Marie. I think we did ask
Magnificent.
You that one. Yeah. Steele. That is a great action there. That's gone straight through to the keeper. Well done to the Finns. They're going to bat the innings out, albeit 9 down.
Yep. They've shut up shop and they're staying out there till the death. How many balls we got left?
1 to go.
1 left.
It's been a good over here from Steele. It's just 3 off it.
We've had everything this afternoon, and looks like we're going to get a storm to round that one off. So.
Well done to Glennie, who's batted it out here. Steele comes in, has a swing there. It's going to go and beat mid-wicket. They'll turn for 2. Looking for a run out, and they'll throw it at the bowler's end. A direct hit would have been a win, but the Western Suburbs Bulldogs have won the Katherine Raymont T20 Grand Final for the 2nd year in a row with a comprehensive win against the Gold Coast Dolphins, taking it by 100 runs. So congratulations to
there you go. They got it 112, so got it under 100. Well done.
Well done to the West side. They were too strong. Grace Harris was out there. She proves the difference between both sides. Well bowled also in the end there from Grace Harris, but well supported by other players.
Yeah, Furling also had a good day with the ball, didn't she? And she got 2 and 1 over there early on that broke their hearts. So, yeah, once Redmayne was gone Redmayne departed in the 8th over, there wasn't much left. So.
No. In the end, too strong for the Gold Coast Dolphins were the Bulldogs, and congratulations to them, and congratulations to the Gold Coast Dolphins getting into a grand final. But unfortunately, there has to be only one winner, and that is Western Suburbs. Well, we're going to call it quits here at Allen Border Field. There's lightning around. We might try and pack up all these computers. Very big thank you to Michael Wright helping out in the commentary today. Carol Weichel, as always, genius. Well done to you, and congratulations on your skill. No end of it.
And congratulations to Queensland Cricket. This is an absolute treat of a ground to commentate on, and it looks beautiful.
It's always good to be here.
Yep.
Mitch Hirrigan and our techie Cooper Jeffrey and myself, John Devine, we wish you a good afternoon and a Merry Christmas to everyone around the whole cricketing world, and we hope we can see you all in 2021 when things are a little bit less crazy, but probably not. Bye for now.